Listen, he said that his mama told him she's tired of other teams
scoring
before the Tigers do. And in fact, the last 2 ball games, the other team has scored first. And so she doesn't want to end that tradition tonight and have the Tigers score first and go on and keep on scoring all night.
You know, there are those that would say, hey, if them scoring first allows us to put up 50 points a game, go ahead and let somebody else score first. You know, I'm all with that too.
Test it out. I agree.
But that's not the case as well.
Of course, the Tigers that we did mention, they've had pretty substantial victories the past couple of weeks. Some guys that we really have been. I've been very pleased with. One of them, of course, is Kobe Hudson. Really not surprising anyone, just continuing the great play that he had last year. Someone that, though, I think that is really surprising a lot of people is Trey Williams. The back out of the backfield, he has had the majority of the carries, and he's almost near 400 yards on the season in 2 contests.
Absolutely. He's 358 yards in 2 games. That's on 37 carries. That's close to 10 yards a carry, Jack.
Yeah.
It's averaging about 180 yards per game. That's the kind of tailback. He's a senior. That's the kind of tailback that the Tigers are looking for, even more so than the last couple of years with Tyree Carlisle at tailback. Trey Williams got a lot of touches last year, but it looks like so far this season, Jack, he's coming of his own, and he may be that senior tailback leader that we need on offense.
We're also seeing Mark Anthony Dixon. I think he's doing a great job on the offensive side as well. There's a guy that we saw run the ball well in the Ridgeland game. That was A.J. Tucker, but really it's the defensive side with it he's come on strong with, as he had a great ball game, almost leading tacklers over the defensive side as a freshman middle linebacker.
Well, he had 10 solo tackles last week as a freshman. And, I got an opportunity to go down on the field last week at Columbus. We got our wireless mic working, and it's just nice to get down there. He, as I was talking to Coach Glisson on Monday night at Your Pie Pizza, where each and every Monday night, come join us there at Your Pie Pizza, starting at 7 o'clock on up until 9 o'clock. And the Tigers, Coach Glisson and I will be on it at 8:30. So you guys, or at 8 o'clock, you guys come on and join us out there at Your Pie Pizza. But A.J. Tucker, as a freshman, wow, is he big. He's got some big thighs. He's really built, and he's only a freshman. So he's got at least 24 months of getting some height on him, and he is already getting looks as a freshman that he speeds around at defense. And I made the comment last night, and I echoed it Monday night to Coach Glisson, that the likes that we've seen around here, guys like Reuben Foster that played with the Tigers, and Trey Blackman, by the way, I believe his son is on our team.
King Makuta.
Well, I'm just talking about the linebackers that would
sure.
just knock your head off. And I believe A.J. Tucker is going to fit that mold as you watch him over the next 3.5 years, really 4 full seasons at Troup High School.
Well, it's from a defensive side we're talking about, but we did the same thing with Kobe. If you think back his freshman year, we talked about how special a young man he was, how he's really pressing us on the field. And also, A.J. is also just a high-character kid, a smart kid in the classroom. So great, we're expecting great things out of him. Back over on the offensive side, another couple of guys that kind of stood out last week, Greg. We had some guys really catching the ball well. We mentioned Mark Anthony. Zy Varner had 2 touchdown catches last week. Marquavius Kelly. Also Luke Purnell. Luke, bless his heart, he had one that was stolen from him. I think, was it Zy that went up and got that right?
Actually, it was he stole it from Nick Schweitzer.
That's right. Schweitzer was in the end zone.
Schweitzer was saying, hey, that was my ball.
and Purnell went and got it and tried to get to the end zone.
Yeah.
But later in the contest, really when the man all over his back goes up, makes a great catch, and goes to the end zone.
Carried him into the end zone. Luke is a senior, and he's doing a fine job there at the tight end slot. And you mentioned Zy Varner. Zy Varner's already had, I think, 3 touchdown catches, along with Mark Anthony Dixon. You've got a tight end and 2 wideouts that really – and then let's face it, you got a sophomore coming along there in Marquarius Kelly. Actually, he's a junior. But, he was playing a little bit last year. We didn't really call his name. And he's already had a couple of touchdown catches this year. Pretty integral part of that offensive wide receiver corps.
One thing you and I have talked about on the air and off the air is also how different the inclusion of the tight end is in the offense this year. We pretty much had one tight end dump play that we would run every once in a while, or just a little cross across the middle. But we've seen him be moved to the slot. We've seen him in a variety of positions, kind of spreading that tight end out a little bit, just changing the looks. We've seen him run several routes, from a deep route to those intermediate routes.
Well, again, I've been an advocate all my life with using the tight end other than just an extra lineman, a blocking lineman. If you've got guys that can catch, it helps you with your short passing game. And then if you've got a kid that's 6'2", let's say, that's got decent speed, and you run him in a tight end, let's say he's 6'2", 225, put him on a go route. He can pretty much go straight down the field and get behind some of these linebackers and challenge, especially on the height standpoint, some of these free safeties and strong safeties for the jump ball. So, but definitely he should be an integral part in your short passing game.
Another thing to mention real quick, Will Cooley returns to center position after being out in the Columbus game. So that'll move Tyler Kitchens back over to his right guard. I did a good job. A couple of snap issues, especially late in the contest, but I think he did a good job. But Will will be back in his known position. So we'll talk about when we do starters after this break.
Right.
The front line's kind of back to where it was before.
Okay.
We're going to take a break. We come back. We'll give you the starting lineup as you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945, and they have daily lunch specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs, and Thursday's all-you-can-eat catfish, and with their Brundrick stew is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish, so dine in or use a convenient drive-thru Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston physicians are on the sidelines providing immediate care to athletes after an injury. Houston physicians have been on the sidelines of football games since Dr. Houston started the tradition 60 years ago with the Auburn Tigers. The Houston Sports Medicine team provides high school pre-participation physicals, sideline coverage, and Saturday morning injury clinics at the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital during football season. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation care can be a game changer too. Contact the LaGrange Houston Clinic at 706-884-3274.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
Your Pie of LaGrange wants you to come out every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. for the Key of LaGrange Coaches Show, broadcast live by Eagle 1023 on the patio. Come enjoy some Your Pie pizza and talk some football every Monday from 7 to 9 at Your Pie, downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks live here from Callaway Stadium. Greg, you got your ears on? We'll get a little more volume on you. Go ahead and try that again.
Heading toward the 50-yard line for the flip here, the coin toss first of the game.
Got you a little bit. We'll see if we can pump up that volume a little bit.
All right.
Huh? That's all the way up.
How that? Is that better?
Well, I can hear you. We just got a little issue with connection, so we'll continue to work on that for just a moment. But right now we do have the captains down on the field. Take a look at that. We've got, of course, Kobe Hudson's down there. Got Luke Purnell. Number 10, Jace Godwin's down there as well, along with Nick Schweitzer. So they're down there on the field. And, Greg, we're barely able to hear you. So just kind of hang out there. We've got Luke. We've sent him to the roof to try to fix that for us.
So the Tigers have won the toss, Jack.
I can. The Tigers have won the toss, as you said.
Yep.
So they're going to move the guys around. So Tigers will be defending the auditorium side of the field if you visualize things here at Callaway Stadium.
So we'll start on offense, boys.
That's all right. So they're going to be on offense first, as Greg mentioned. Let's go ahead and talk about that offensive front. And your starting lineups tonight are brought to you. Oh, hey, Greg, try it now.
All right. Oh, that's a lot better.
Yeah, I'll bring it down a little bit. But, I lost you again.
No, I hear you.
Yeah, but what Luke had it right, and then it went away again. But let me go ahead and talk about our starting lineup, sponsored to you by Your Pie. At center is Will Cooley. We mentioned he's back tonight. At the left guard, number 54, Tyler Kitchens. At the right guard, number 58, Braxton Truitt. At left tackle, number 50, Royce White. At right tackle, number 56, Michael Irvin. At tight end, number 23, Luke Purnell. At the wide receiver, number 11, Marcurius Kelly. At the other wide receiver, number 4, Zy Varner. At wide receiver, number 6, Mark Anthony Dixon. The running back is number 3, Trey Williams. And at quarterback, number 2, Kobe Hudson. Greg, if we can hear you well enough, let's go ahead and try the defense.
All right, we love some defense. At defensive end, senior, number 36, Jeremiah Holson. And nose tackle, number 99, senior, Isaiah Cox. Defensive tackle, 44, senior, Andy Boykin. Defensive end, junior, number 22, Xavier Clark. At linebacker positions, at the Sam linebacker, you've got Devin Hill, who's a senior. He's number 7. You've got number 1, Jabraylon Gooden, who is a senior at wheel linebacker. And you got freshman, A.J. Tucker, number 26 at the middle. At cornerback, you've got junior Marcarius Kelly, number 11. Sir Morgan as your junior cornerback, number 20. Number 17, sophomore, Cullum Irving, and that's the brother of Michael Irving. He's a starting right tackle.
Some
and you got
athletes in that
junior,
family.
number 10, Jace. And that'll finish your defensive lineup.
All right, let's go take one more break. When we come back, we got starting actually, let's keep it here, Greg, since the kicking team's already making their way out onto the field. Looking forward to a big night tonight. Who we got back there deep, Greg?
It looks like Mark Anthony Dixon will start out as a single receiver deep. Perhaps Trey Williams will back up with him, but so far he's your middle guy. He's not going to go back deep. So obviously
They've scouted him a little bit.
Well, you're right. The coaching staff have seen something. Perhaps maybe he kicks it a little short because Mark Anthony's resting at about the 8-yard line. He's not looking to go deep, but we'll see after this guy kicks it off what our scouting report is.
We will definitely have an opinion, that's for sure. We always do. All right, here we go. We're going to get this thing kicked off. They're kicking left to right on your radio dial. Harris County addresses the ball. There's the kick. Bounces over on the left side. Caught just shy of the 30. Reverse field and lose yardage all the way back to the 20. You're going to mark us at the 23-yard line. That's where the Tigers will have it first and 10.
Little short kick to Zy Varner, who is your up back on the right side, over on the Harris County side. Didn't want to kick it deep. Didn't want to let Mark Anthony Dixon put it in his hands. But Varner, like you said, caught it. Looks like about the 27, and then backed up to about the 24 is where 24 or 23-yard line is where the Tigers will have their first offensive possession.
But no flags, so we'll take that. Kobe stands in there. He'll have Trey Williams just to his left to start off this contest. They're moving right to left on your radio dial. Kobe throws it on first down, caught by Mark Anthony. He's hit immediately and brought down maybe about a yard, second down and 9.
That was a good defense by number 9, their cornerback, as a little stab pass. You had Tyler Kitchens, your left guard, had pulled toward the right to kind of give a decoy, if you will, to the defense. But then there's a little stab pass out to Dixon. Just didn't really gain the kind of yards that the Tigers had hoped to gain, so it'll be second down and 9.
Tigers with a 2 tight end set this time. Williams to the right of the quarterback. And they're coming student body to this side. Good job of running as he gets across the 35-yard line.
They'll pick up a first down, Jack.
Excellent job of blocking. We just kind of brought everybody to this near side.
Well, Will Cooley from his center position snaps the ball, and he pulls all the way around Royce White. And, you know, you mentioned we had 2 tight that time, so Nick Schweitzer was there on the left tight end, and he pulled around him and made an excellent block to spring Trey Williams.
In fact, Nick's going to go wide to the right side. Kobe takes it. Finally hands it out to Trey. A flag on the play. Probably going to be a holding call, and then interior line.
Well, either that or Luke Purnell on the outside is going to get called as he was stalk blocking a guy, but could be called holding, and I think that's what they're going to call is the tight end. Luke had him stalked out real wide, but our side judge here, or line judge, well,
blocking below the waist.
Well, obviously I'm looking at holding, and they were pointing at the ground where Luke Purnell was, but he didn't block below the waist.
Well, yes, they got somebody else on that. But anyway, the play's negated. We'll lose big yardage on that. They'll take the ball all the way back to the 20.
Yeah, that's going to work out to be about a 15-yard difference of yards there.
Yep. So we've got to go to the 45 for a first down. The ball is on the 20-yard line. Here come the Tigers. They'll split 2 men wide to this near side. All right. Kobe's going to take it himself. Around the right side. Finds some running room. 35 down to the 30-yard line. Nice
Kobe
job.
Hudson on the keeper. Tracked down by number 15 for Harris County, Davion Smith.
Try to adjust things a little bit here.
Gave him 9.
There we go. All right, so here we go again.
Ow.
Sorry about that, Greg. We're adjusting your mic a little bit.
My eardrum, too.
There we go. How about that?
Oh, much better. Thank you.
All right. Trying to do it blind from behind me. Kobe under some pressure in the back. A flag flies in that backfield.
I think Michael Irvin was working on his preseason wrestling drills as he took down from his right tackle position. It was so obvious. He took him down, and a flag is called in the backfield.
So they're going to continue to back us up. Greg, penalties have not been that big of an issue for the Tigers, but that's almost 30 yards right there to start off this contest.
There are those on the sidelines who are a lot more expert at coaching than I am. He's already retired. Coach Tom. We may have an intentional grounding over there as well, because there's two flags. One, if you see, Jack, one's on the far sideline at about the 30-yard line, and one's sitting here at the 24-yard line.
All right, we'll watch for the white hat to give us some information here.
But I guarantee you they're heading south or heading west with this walking. I believe he's got a duffel bag on his back. He's not going home tonight because he's planning on doing a lot of walking.
Interesting that the referee actually walks over to talk to Coach. Now he'll head back out onto the field.
All right, timeout for the Tigers. The Troup Tigers, that is.
So the Troup Tigers will take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Tigers right now, no score. 2 penalties backing us. We got to get all the way to the 45 for a first down. Right now, 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks live here from Callaway Stadium. I'm up in the booth and very comfortable. Greg, how's the temperature down there?
I'm actually perspiring. I have a little dew on my brow. Actually, it's actually pretty good. The wind's not blowing. Other than Coach Kraft and I sitting here blowing smoke up on one another, it's been pretty good.
Okay, that's a visual I did not need. Thank you very much.
We're actually having a good conversation about upcoming basketball season.
It's going to be an exciting year, especially an exciting venue for the Tigers. As the Tigers going to throw the ball down the field, going to get to the 15. Still got a long way to go for a first down.
That picks up 7, a little short pass down to Trey Williams coming out of the back for a little swing pass. Well, Kobe actually had swung out to the right toward the Harris County sidelines. Actually, we threw the ball about a yard deep in the end zone. Williams were able to catch it and pick up about 7. 3rd and 30 for the Tigers.
Harris has got a pretty good rush coming in against the Tigers right now. That line has been very effective. Right now, they're kind of going after us pretty good. A little toss in the backfield to Williams. Williams finds a seam, gets up the field, across the 25 to about the 26-yard line.
Just nickel and diming, Jack. He takes a handoff from Hudson, goes around the right side, does a great little stutter step move, and has a tight end, the defensive end sliding by him. He picks up 12 yards, not near the 30, so it'll be 4th down. Not near the 30 yards we needed, but it'll be 4th down. It looks like about 18, and so we'll go into a punting situation. But let me just say this. We did fake it in the original game. And it's still early in the season. I'm not saying we're going to fake it, but I am saying that Coach Glisson was out there giving the instructions.
Look out. Here come the Tigers. Mark Anthony Dixon back there to punt the ball away. There's the snap. He steps up, gets the kick off, and it is a punt. Bounces. And Harris County kid kind of rolls up on it. Needs to be a little careful there. Goes across the 50 to the 40-yard line, and that's where the Harris County Tigers will have it 1st and 10. No score in this contest so far. 8:43 left to go in the first quarter of play. Troup High School Tigers, with a couple of big penalties, drove them back to punt almost in their end zone, but to punt the ball back across the 50. And now Harris County has the ball resting there near the 40-yard, actually 39-yard lines where they're going to mark it.
Jack, you mentioned earlier about the Harris County defense getting a good rush, and I was going to say that they're a lot smaller than our offensive line, But my word, look at the Harris County offensive line. I believe they're a whole lot bigger than the Troup Tigers offensive line.
There's some big boys. Oh, man, we had the running back. We had him in the backfield, but we just didn't break down in front of him. He makes a little sidestep, gets around, gets near first down yardage on the first play.
Jabraylon Gooden was from his backside linebacker. Somebody had kind of faced him a little bit. He had to get around and make that tackle, but not after he picked up 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1 for the Harris County Tigers as the ball is right at midfield, maybe the 48-yard line.
Here comes Harris County again. They'll put a man wide left and right. Very similar looking offense. Actually, twins to the left side. Tigers make adjustments. There's the snap. And the fake handoff. The quarterback keeps it. And he's going to drive his way across the 50-yard line for a first down.
Nice job by, I want to say, Cooper, I believe. Isn't his name Corey Cooper? I think he's a backup quarterback and stepped in the last couple of games for Harris County and did a real fine job. And so he decided, he looks it like he stands 6 foot, maybe 6'1". He's probably about 170, 175 pounds. So big enough that he'll take on the guys. Harris County, first team to get a first down in this contest.
Has a man in motion coming from this near side, turns, makes the handoff. We get him in the backfield this time. Andy Boykin leads tacklers, and they're going to get tackled for a loss of about 1.
Between him and Jeremiah Holston coming in from his right side on a stunt, hit him high. I mean, Holston hit him low. Boykin came in and hit him high, and you're right, Jack. It lost 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for Harris County.
Looks more like the defense that we expect.
Crowd here for a Thursday night, Jack. Harris County travels well. You've got the Callaway coaches up top on the 50-yard line. They're actually doing their scouting because the Tigers and Cavs play next week right here at Callaway Stadium, so they're getting in some last-minute coaching. You've got another couple of teams up there that's probably scouting either the Tigers or the Tigers. Take your pick.
Well, you probably got some LaGrange, High Granger teams, the coaching staff over there too.
You're probably right. Looking over at the Troup Tiger side, good crowd. I would say that about 60% of the stands are full for a Thursday night contest.
A timeout's called on the field. Let's go and take one, too. Harris County has the ball. No score in this contest right now with 6:48 left to go in the first quarter of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
A Southern tradition since 1945, that's Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House. You can find them at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So when you're ready for lunch, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., come to Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for meat, 2 vegetables, and a bread, dessert, and drink for only $7.29. That's a big lunch for a small price. So when you're ready for a delicious barbecue and only U.S. farm-raised catfish, make your way to 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange for Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for a great meal.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as Harris County is going to air the ball out, and a incomplete pass and a flag down on the play.
I was looking at number 14, Jarrell Smith, who played with us last year. I just kind of had my eye on him, and I thought, I wonder what he's going to do. Sir Morgan's got him covered one-on-one, and as soon as the snap, he broke behind Sir Morgan, and Sir grabbed his jersey and probably held him for about 10 yards, and that's why the flag. But, smart move by Morgan, because if he hadn't, that would have been 6 points for the Harris County Tigers because Smith had gotten behind Morgan, and a nice little pass out there. It would have been caught on that go route.
Well, it was just Cooper Corey, the quarterback, was just thrown to a spot. He just aired it, took the snap and then just aired it out there. So just by slowing him down a little bit, kept him from making the reception. Here they come. Cooper Corey, the quarterback, takes it, fakes the handoff, hands it off to the tailback. He finds a little running room and get down near the 30-yard line, and a late flag comes flying in. So that may help out the Tigers, the Troup High School Tigers.
Well, the tailback got up clapping his hands. I was actually looking in the hole that was there that shouldn't have. So I don't know if it's going to be a hold on the interior lineman or maybe a little. It is. So
offensive holding, yep.
So he's actually going to walk in the easterly direction.
Go this way and that way and this way and that way.
Actually in the north direction.
Yeah, I guess it would be north and south since we have the sun in our eyes
That would
still.
be the south direction. Sorry, he's moving in the south. I should mark it on the field here. South, north, the west, and east.
You have that remarkable ability to know where you are at all times in the world, Greg. So if you've never ridden with Greg Hicks somewhere, it is a joy.
That G stands for not global positioning, but
Greg
Gregory
positioning.
There you go.
Quarterback on the back up and just toss it out to his tailback, who's going to get big yardage. He's going to go 10, 5, touchdown Harris County on really a simple swing play.
They have seen some weakness out there, some wide open spot. Now, I know we're going to say we probably missed our coverage, but you got to give credit to Harris County for spotting something that we didn't adjust to. And, you know, they took Smith on a go route earlier that was man on man, and maybe they kind of did some disguise formations and came back and wide open, and that'll go to about a 48-yard touchdown for Harris County.
They'll line up to kick the PAT now. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. Harris County strikes first, 0-7 in favor of the Harris County Tigers. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston physicians are on the sidelines providing immediate care to athletes after an injury. Houston physicians have been on the sidelines of football games since Dr. Houston started the tradition 60 years ago with the Auburn Tigers. The Houston Sports Medicine Team provides high school pre-participation physicals, sideline coverage, and Saturday morning injury clinics at the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital during football season. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation care can be a game changer too. Contact the LaGrange Houston Clinic at 706-884-3274.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
7-0 in favor of Harris County right now with the Troup High School Tigers with 6:18 left to go in the first quarter of play. And Greg, one of the things that we joked about is on Twitter and on Facebook, Coach Glisson mentioned that his mom was upset at other teams scoring first against the Tigers. Well, it's happened again, and the Tigers have come out big after that in other games. So let's see what happens tonight as the Tigers make the reception at the 30, up the field to the 35, going out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
You know, nice strategy by the Harris County Tigers. 2 times in a row, Zy Varner's been over on the up position on the Harris County sidelines. But this time, Jack, he didn't go backwards. He actually picked up about 8 positive yards. The Tigers should start the second offensive possession, hopefully with better results, on their own 37-yard line.
Well, I would imagine he was told if he does reverse field, then he won't be on the field. So here come the Tigers. 2 tight end. They'll roll a wing, actually kind of a double wing set to the right side. Now back over to the left side comes Luke Purnell. Kobe takes it. He's just going to call his own number, run the ball, gets to the outside behind his blocking, fights his way up near the 45-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
You know, he came around, and my vision said keep hammering to the outside, and he started slowing down and chopping his feet and went to the inside and ran into a tackle there for Harris County. But that's positive. That'll pick up 7 yards. That'll be 2nd down and 2. The ball spotted at about the 44.5-yard line of the Tigers.
Trips to the right side this time as the Tigers get ready. We're going to swing it out to pass this time to the outside. Good blocking as Trey Williams is freed up to get a first down right at the marker.
He had a little swing pass, and the flag's kind of in the backfield on the sidelines between the numbers and the Harris County sidelines, which means that sounds like we'll probably have a late holding call, probably from a wide out since it was a swing pass. When you're stalk blocking, maybe they're going to probably got an inside hand or a hand on the inside of the jersey and maybe try to do it where it wasn't seen. But, man, these officials tonight, they got that old eagle eye. So it looks like they'll be walking north against the Tigers.
Waiting for him to give us
Tigers.
They're actually talking to each other on their little microphones. Now waiting for the indication.
So I'm wondering if I should put me on a striped shirt. I think I'll order me one, stand on the sidelines, sneak out there sometime when there's a debate.
Just spot the ball.
See if they will take
they're waving it off.
If they'll take my argument. No, I can't believe we can do that. I didn't see that.
Actually, I think you were right, Greg. They waved it off.
Because I don't need a striped shirt. Is that
Not
what you're
this
saying?
time.
All right, so that'll result in a first down for the Tigers. Ball's resting probably at the 49.5-yard line.
So that's a big relief. No penalty there. 5:29 left to go as the clock's ticking again. Kobe takes it. Fakes, actually tries to pass the ball. Throws it now downfield. Has a man go up. Did he come down with it?
He did not.
It's going to be
Zy
incomplete.
Varner was kind of on a now, I don't know if Zy pushed off to get behind him or when he made the break, if the cornerback grabbed Zy and held him from breaking away, because we're about as far away from the play as we can be, so it'd be interesting to see what the call is.
Kobe was in some distress back there, trying to throw a quick out, but then had a man in his face. And it looks like that's going to go against the defense. Or no call. I guess it was
Actually,
now they're moving the chains.
They're showing second down. They can't run the play right now with the chains all screwed up. Let's see if they run it anyway. Boy, they hustling to get the chains set up.
Now they've got it.
All right.
Kobe takes it, turns, throws, complete. 5 yards, 6, 7 yards down the field across the 35.
Well, you know, I'm watching the referee, and he didn't even look over at his line judge to see, hey, were we set? But luckily, they was able to get the play off and get the chain set about the time the ball was snapped.
Yeah, a little confusing on that last play. 7-0 in favor of Harris County. The Troup High School Tigers are driving now. Just over the 35 to the 33.
Yep.
Man goes in motion. Actually, Purnell going back over to the left side. And we're going to jump off sides. It's going to go against Troup. They'll back us up 5.
I was moving behind the players, didn't see it. I just know that one of the number 4 on the defensive cornerback for the Harris County Tigers motioned toward us. So I'm assuming since he's on the left side, it was coming from our right side of the offensive line.
I concur. Here we go. Kobe takes a snap, sticks outside, and then comes back inside. Going to pick up the first down and more across the 25, down near the 20-yard line before he's wrestled down.
What a nice job by Kobe Hudson. As he looks to hand it off on his read option, he decides, hey, it's not there. He actually takes a stutter step, makes 3 defensive linemen miss him, and darts upfield for about a 16-yard gain. They're going to spot it, which I thought on the 20. They're going to put it on the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 for your Troup Tigers.
4:13 left to go. 7-0 Harris County leads. Troup High driving. Kobe takes it, turns, hands the ball off to Trey Williams. Trey hit initially as he gets up to the 20-yard line. He'll get about 2, 2nd and 8.
Nice job by Tyler Kitchens and Will Cooley. However, Harris County had a stunt from the backside, and was when Cooley and Kitchens kind of pulled to front their outside linebacker to open up a hole for Trey Williams, who was going to actually follow them through the hole. That stunt kind of caught him in the backfield, but luckily he picked up maybe 3/4 a yard. Call it 2nd and 9 for the Tigers.
Williams will stand behind Hudson. He'll flip it out to Williams. Williams fights through, hits a couple of guys hard. My goodness gracious, number 9 for Harris County. Get that young man's name because he just got his bell rung. Jerron Hewling.
Actually, Hewling, I believe he did the hitting on Williams. I mean, I'm down here on the 16-yard line on the sidelines, and he laid a whip to Trey Williams, but picks up a couple. It's still 3rd and 7 for the Troup Tigers.
Hudson calls his own number again. He runs over a couple of guys as he gets down inside the 10-yard line for a first down.
Inside the 10 at the 9-yard line is where the Tigers will have it. First for the Troup Tigers. Right now they're trailing 7-0 from Harris County. Harris put the first touchdown in true fashion for your Troup Tigers this year, as we are letting everybody else score first. Maybe that's a strategy, Jack.
We're spotting them 7.
Spotting them 7.
Kobe calls for it, goes to his right side looking to pass. Looking, got some pressure. And a man gets him and wrestles him to the ground. It's one of those where Kobe kind of thought his athleticism would help him get out of that. But Harris County's got some athletes too, and they're going to get us at a big loss back to the 25.
That's going to lose about 6. Actually, they're going to spot him, really. They're going to spot it on maybe they're going to call it in the grasp at the 21, so that'll lose 12 yards. But because, they actually pushed him back to the 25, but they're going to spot it at the 21-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 21 for your Troup Tigers.
Back to the line they come. Actually trips to this near side. Kobe all alone in the backfield. Now Williams will come back to this near side in motion. Kobe looks, throws it, and throws it to the outside. It's going to fall incomplete. Pass was intended for Mark Anthony Dixon, thrown just a little short for him.
Right over little kind of a 4-yard stab pass as Mark Anthony took off, stopped. Hudson hit him, but the corner wasn't going to take any fake for that. Good coverage by the Harris County corner, and you could tell when he made that hit to jock the ball loose or juggle the ball loose, the Harris County fans really got excited. So you're looking right now at 3rd down and goal from the 21-yard line.
Trips to this near side. Williams in the backfield with Hudson. Hudson, man, his face, steps up, looks, throws across the middle, has 3 guys in the end zone, tipped the ball, caught. They're saying that he was inbounds.
Touchdown, Jack.
Right to the backside, and you're right, Greg. Touchdown for the Tigers as a jump ball. Luke Purnell goes up with it, comes down, and picks up 6 for the Tigers.
I'm down here right on it, back of it, and Luke is under double coverage. He kind of halfway leaps up. 2 of the Harris County Tigers reaches up, and kind of both of them go for the ball and wound up going up in the air between the 2 of them. Luke jumps up and snatches it out of the air for a touchdown right in the middle of the back of the end zone.
So 20-yard touchdown as the kick is up, and the kick is good. We're knotted at 7 with 1:39 left to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Precision Auto Body started after Eddie Bartlett painted his first bike when he was a kid. And after a lot of schooling and training, now Precision Auto Body is one of the premier body shops in Georgia and Alabama.
Hey, I'm Eddie Bartlett. Come see us today down at Precision Auto Body right here in LaGrange, Georgia.
So if you need your car or truck brought back to original specs, bring your pride and joy to the staff of Precision Auto Body, and they'll take care of the rest. Precision Auto Body, 101 Service Park Lane in LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. As the Tigers back on the field, getting ready to kick the ball off, right to left as they answer against the Harris County Tigers. So we're knotted at 7. A nice drive. That one started back on the 37-yard line. So here we go. Ball rests at the 40-yard line.
You know, I was down here talking with a couple of former Tigers on the sidelines, and we're talking about, you know, that they just seem to be a little bit lethargic right now, and you don't want to look forward to next week. It ain't next week yet, boys.
No, in fact, Harris County with a big return all the way down across the 50 to the 40-yard line. And a short kick, it taken about the 30. And wow, great block it ahead of them. And we really didn't stay in our lanes real well, Greg.
Well, again, just before the kickoff, I just felt like what I'm sensing down here on the sidelines, I'm looking at the players' faces, and they just don't seem like they're in a playing mood for whatever right now. Now, that's going to change because I'm guaranteed the coaches are going to get their attentions. But just like this, you don't stay in your lanes. That's just kind of a lack of focus as you're coming down the sidelines. You got to do, no matter if you feel good or not, you still got to do what you got to do and play good technique football.
Well, Harris County is a talented team. They're not going to. They'd love to come away with a big win at this one. A man in motion from the far side. Now Corey's going to fake the handoff, try to get to the outside. Throws complete. Oh, my goodness, that was a touchdown. It falls incomplete. If they had a man out on the far side.
You know, we really not seen a dual threat quarterback. And one of the things that I read earlier this week is he's as close to a dual threat quarterback, a true passing threat that Harris County's had in a while. So, you know, the kid's he's running a wide way out toward the Harris County sidelines. And you can't help but Sir Morgan, the corner's thinking, okay, I got to go get him. And he makes that commit, and then nobody's back deep. And luckily, it was just slightly overthrown.
Yeah, Talik Williams was the intended receiver. A man in motion from the far side. Now Corey will take it, hand it off to his tailback, who spins around, gets across the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it.
Good job on the interior there for Xavier Clark, number 22, is first to get off the pile, along with Boykin and Holston. Jabraylon Gooden's also in there from his linebacking position, but that's what you want to see is good run defense. But, hey, the Tigers, Harris County that is, been doing a good job mixing it up, Jack. A little run here and a little pass there.
Yep, and blocking well in the front line. Trips to the left side for Harris County. Single back to the backfield. Low snap. Quarterback is going to be hit. The ball is loose and picked up by the Tigers. We're going down the field. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Tigers.
Devin Hill picks up the fumble on about the 48-yard line and rushes down the sidelines on the Tigers 52 yards for a Tiger first down. He had to break a couple of tackles, Jack, to get out of that hole, and when he did, he turned the afterburners on.
Beautiful play.
Love it when a linebacker's able to do that. You know, that's something that Devin Hill may not have an opportunity the rest of his senior year, but he can say now, man, I was interested. I got me a touchdown, baby. You know, he's preseason All-State, so Devin Hill living up to those accolades.
There's a kick, and it is good. Was that Devin or was that Jabraylin? Was that 7 or 1?
No, that was Devin Hill, number 7 on that touchdown.
All right. So the Tigers put 7 more on the board with 38 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
If you need medical treatment at the highest level and want care that's personal, turn to WellStar. We offer the latest procedures at Georgia's first certified comprehensive cardiac center, along with an innovative approach to fighting cancer, where specialists collaborate to accelerate diagnosis and treatment. We're also home to a top-level stroke program that performs life-saving operations every day. At WellStar, we care for the whole you. Learn more at wellstar.org.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back. We're ready for the kickoff, brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile as the Tigers lead this one 14-7 with 38 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. Defense is scored just then by Devin Hill. There's the kick. Good kick taken on the run back to the 7-yard line, up to the 10, 15, and thrown across the field and caught. Harris County now trying to get down the sideline to the 50, 40, and hit down at around the 30-yard line. They take it and lateral it across the field and pick up big yardage. So a nice little trick special teams play for Harris County.
Nice job by Schweitzer and Sir Morgan as they stayed back and ran across the field to actually make that tackle on the Troup Tigers 31-yard line. Otherwise, you know, that could have been, like you said, could have been a touchdown. You don't see a lot of trick plays, but hey, the idea is Harris County's thinking, hey, we got up on the Tigers. Now we're down by 7. Let's see if we can get something back.
Twins to this near side for Harris County. Carter Cordy, the quarterback, playing a heck of a job in this game. Ball rests just shy of the 30-yard line at the 29. Handoff and a big, again, another big opening. Gets into our secondary all the way down to the 20. That's a first down for Harris County.
Basically just a scissor play. You had number 1 in motion, and once he hands off, he had a couple pulling guards, and he just simply cut inside, picks up 10 yards, right at 10 yards. Mark Anthony Dixon, along with Jabraylin Goodens, able to make that stop. That should be the end of the first quarter. We're down to 2 seconds.
You're right. That's the end of the first quarter play. Tigers leading right now 14-7. Harris County threatening. You listen to Troup High School Tiger football. Let's take 3 spots, folks, 3 spots back at the station as you listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
Sportage LX is here with all new updated interior and exterior style and comfort on the inside that rivals vehicles twice the price. State-of-the-art technology, lots of power of the hood, and room in the back for luggage, coolers, and the dogs. All this for only $20,990. Come by today and take a look. Take a test drive. Take one home. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. God bless America.
Sign number 111569. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
Seems just like yesterday. He was running around the backyard playing football with his little brother, dreaming about the big game. Now he's here. He worked hard to make the team, and he's ready to take the field. And it's Synovus. We're here to cheer him on. From meeting your personal and business banking needs to pulling for the hometown football team on Friday nights, we're proud to be a part of our community. We're Synovus, the bank of here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now back to the field for Troop Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as the quarterback, Corey, just going right over the option. Turns back inside. Linebackers have over-pursued, and there's nobody there. Touchdown for the Harris County Tigers.
You know, that's something they picked up on in the first quarter is that when we get us in a certain offensive, when they certain setup on offense formation, the Tigers react defensively, and they've spotted something where we've got a stunt going on, and they took that gamble, and the quarterback took about 2 steps to the right, cut it upfield where you and I could have probably scored. I would have liked for Sir Morgan to maybe put a hat on him hard about the 1-yard line to gain a little respect, but either way, the Harris County Tigers are looking to tie this ball game up.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. Knotted at 14-14 with 11:54 left to go here in the first half of play. 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Graphics is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Graphics at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek's for all your sporting good needs.
Now back to the field for Troop Tigers football on Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as the Tigers getting ready to receive the kickoff. This kickoff is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Buick GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile. So Harris County answers on a big return after a lateral. Puts it into the end zone. Great play by their quarterback. And now here comes the Harris County Tigers ready to kick the ball off again from 40.
Let's see if they kick it again short, Jack.
It is short. Taking about the 25. Get behind some blocking. And wrestled down at the 35. And that's what the Troup High School Tigers will have it first and 10.
And for the third time, Zy Varner has actually received the kickoff. 2 times he's got positive yardage. Looks like he could have made a decision a little quicker and just hammered it straight forward. He was kind of dancing, looking for a hole. It just didn't avail itself. So the Tigers starts from their own 31-yard line, Jack.
I'm going to call that the 36 then. Since
That'll
it's over
work.
the 35.
No, you're right.
Handoff in the line. It's going to be Williams, who fights for some extra yards, gets up near the 38-yard line.
I think they're going to spot him at the 39. He'll pick up 3, be 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Just weaved his way up from that right side behind Braxton Truitt, and Michael Irvin's able to pick up 3. Kind of gain a little respect for that defensive line for Harris County. They got decent size, but very quick.
The speed is, I think, what we were not expecting quite a bit. As now Williams will roll behind the quarterback, Hudson. Hudson takes it, turns. On a delay, hands it to Trey. Trey breaks across the 45-yard line for a first down.
Just a little delayed draw, if you will. Nice blocking by the interior. You had Tyler Kitchens, Will Cooley turning to the left, Braxton Truitt, Michael Irvin turning to the right, left a wide open hole up the middle. Only the linebacker stopped Trey Williams from going another 15 or 20 yards. But first down, Troop Tigers. 14-14, just getting into the second quarter if you've just joined us.
You know, Greg, this is just the third series for the Troup Tiger offense because we scored a little bit ago on defense. Williams following his blocking across the 50. Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7.
They thought they tried up the middle. Now they tried over to the left side behind Kitchens and Royce White, our left defensive tackle. Royce stands at about 6'4", maybe right now about 245. He's looking to pick up maybe 40 to 50 pounds, at least 40 pounds during the offseason. He said, Greg, Mr. Hicks, I'm eating all I can eat. So let's hope he picks up a few more pounds as he moves into his senior year.
Hey, I might have a job as a trainer. I might be able to help him with that. There's the snap. Cubby runs to the outside at the 45-40. And finally brought down shy of the 35-yard line. Another first down as Hudson calls his own number.
Yeah, again, nice decoy by the offensive line. You had the left side. You had Will Cooley, the center, and Tyler Kitchens take off to the left. And Trey Williams really take off to the left as if it was going to be a toss sweep. and Kobe, without even looking, goes to the right side. Nice hook block by Michael Irvin for Kobe to pick up that first down.
Trips left. Kobe going to hand the ball off to his tailback, who gets across the 35, down to about the 33-yard line. A nice 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
You see coming out of the front of that tackle is Will Cooley and Michael Irvin, along with Braxton Truitt, as they just bowl their way forward. And Trey just he's kind of small when he gets behind those 3 offensive linemen. He can kind of hide, and he picks up 5 yards.
Wing right, split left and right, a slot receiver to the far side. Kobe stands in there, takes the snap, back to pass, looks. Going to have to step up, loses the ball, now gets back down on it, and it's picked up by a lineman. So we're going to lose some yardage back to the 39-yard line.
They're telling him to wind the clock, run the clock. Yeah, Kobe steps forward, and he has somebody grab his right arm. He had a big hole, but good for the Harris County Tigers, and one of those defensive linemen reached out and just grabbed his right elbow just a little bit to shake the ball loose. Luckily for the Troup Tigers, we were able to step back on it.
So here we come. Williams will be in the backfield with Hudson. Double wing formation for the Tigers this time.
3rd and 14.
Hudson back to pass. Throws it down the field. And just out of reach of his intended receiver. That was Zy Varner back there deep. Falls incomplete. Tigers are looking at a 4th down and probably punt the ball away.
I heard Coach Listen, it was yelling for the punt team as they were racking them up just in case it didn't work.
He's counting them. They're at the 50. They'll break the huddle, head back out there on the field.
Jarrell Smith will be back on about the 12-yard line, maybe the 11, as Mark Anthony Dixon hopefully will get a nice high punt and allow coverage to get up underneath it. Maybe we get a good Tiger roll down to about the 1-yard line.
There's a snap. He'll step up. No rush. There's the kick. Good kick. Fair catch called for at the 15-yard line.
Smith is looking for a flag when Purnell
he was slightly jostled.
Kind of bumped into him. No harm, no foul. He probably just wanted to welcome him back to LaGrange.
Hey, good to see you, buddy. So, with 8:13 left to go here in the first half, 14-14 is your scores. The Tigers have had to punt the ball away. Both teams have had to punt. Tigers twice so far in this contest. Tigers did score both defensively and offensively. Harris County both on the legs of their offense. They'll start this time from deep in their territory, right about the 15.
Call for the Troup Tigers. It'd be nice if we could hold them 3 and out this time, Jack. Something we haven't done.
There's the snap. Quarterback will swing it out. Wide open is the slot receiver. He's down the field and could go. We finally bring him in at the 50-yard line, but that young man can fly.
It looks like we're going to have a little penalty that here. It's not going to go against the Harris County Tigers. Number 24, Jordan Adams, was in a debating contest with their left tackle, number 79, and it looks like Jordan might have lost that debate. But it all depends. That was a nice offensive game. There's also a flag way across the field, so we may be looking at a totally different penalty.
Offsetting and reset would be fine with me.
Well, all of the Harris County Tigers
holding on Harris County.
Well, that's good. That should offset then.
Unsportsmanlike against Troup. So that should be offsetting.
I remember calculus. That should be offsetting. Oh, wait a second. We got a politician in the house.
Who's politicking down there?
Hurd for Hurd. Johnny Hurd's on the sideline. Boy, good to see you. He's out here scouting the band. That's what he's doing.
Did they make sure that he paid to get in?
Jack won't get in. Oh, man, you know we're always going to let the Hurd man in. Come on.
Well, so they're going to back him up and now turn.
Snuck in behind me. He wasn't saying much. That's what he was.
Well, I bet you he's not being interviewed in Hurd County. That's what it is.
Is that what it is? He's missing it. I got you.
This is his Friday night interview with me. All right, so they'll mark it off against Harris County. They'll mark it forward for them. So it will be a first down, but a much different first down as the ball will be at the 28 instead of across the 50.
Well, for the Harris County Tigers, it's still positive in that they picked up about 13 yards with they'll wind up net effect.
The quarterback, Corey, will call for it. Hand the ball off to his tailback, who's spun around in the backfield. Oh, man, we were close to getting him right as he took the ball, as Jordan Adams flew back there. Almost had him.
I think Jordan was a little upset that they had called that penalty on him. Got back there, got him in the backfield. Then it took Boykin and Tucker to finish him off. That'll go to about a half a yard gain. They're really calling it no gain, but it might have got about a half a yard. So it'll be second down and 9.5 for Harris County.
Back to the line of scrimmage come Harris County Tigers. They don't huddle either. Two men wide to the right side, put a man in motion coming from that far side. Tigers adjust. Turn quickly, hand it off to the tailback, who's tackled as he gets across the 30. So that will bring up a third down.
Jeremiah Holston in on that tackle with a little help from Andy Boykin. Jabraylon Gooden was coming off the outside and forced him back inside. So that was really, he was just as much in effect of that play by forcing the tailback back inside. So it'll be third down and 8 for Harris County. This is really one of the longest third down plays that the Harris County Tigers have had in this first 2 quarters of play, Jack.
Here we go. The quarterback, Corey, puts the man in motion from the far side. I think we got some movement in the line.
Well, the quarterback also stepped forward before the snap. They may be called on the back of the quarterback.
Either way, it's going to back them up 5, and that'll make for a much longer third down than what they had before. We're in the second quarter of play. 6:22 left to go in this first half. 14-14 is your score. Harris County looking at a third and long, about 3rd and 13. And a timeout call on the field by the Troup High School Tigers. They take a timeout. We take one as well. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Isn't life crazy? One day your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments, the good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. This is the Troup High School Tigers. We're taking on the Harris County Tigers here at Callaway Stadium. Third game of the season. Tigers 2-0. The Harris County Tigers 2-1 on the season. 14-14 is the score with 6:15 left to go in the first half of play.
So Andrew Carey and I have it worked out for next week. If we'll just do the live stream, I'll be in Washington, D.C. Friday night, and I'll just call from video on the sideline. How's that?
Slightly delayed. They'll spin the man wide to the left side, to the right side. A screen pass caught at the 20 and brought out of bounds across the 35, short of the first down. That'll be a fourth down for Harris County.
Excellent call by Harris County. As you had about 10 blue shirts coming through the line with some wide open eyes, and you could just see it. Luckily, we had a linebacker to stay back along to help out Sir Morgan, the corner, and they picked up about 6 yards. It'll be 4th and 4. So let's see what the Harris County looks like.
They're lining up to run.
They have no intent. Maybe they're going to try to draw the Tigers offside. But either way, they have no intentions now of punting the football. And so he forced the Troup Tigers to take a timeout and think about this.
Or maybe to ice their running back. Who knows? So we'll keep it here.
That was a good poker play. Like I say, it's something that Glisson hasn't seen out of these Harris County Tigers his first 3 ball games is in a situation where it's 4th down on their own side of the field, and they elect to come up and as if they're going to execute a play, a non-punting play. And so he had no choice really but to call a timeout because, hey, what if Harris County decided to run a play and get the first down? What if they, try to draw them up? We just weren't ready, so we've got to take a timeout and talk about it. So the Troup Tigers have left with no timeouts left. Harris County still has 2 remaining.
We're in the first half of play. We're tied 14-14 with 6:09 left to go.
Jack, as I talked about the crowd earlier, as the sun's going down, it's really nice. There's really a lot of people along the fence line all the way around from the Tiger side all the way around to the Tiger side. and it's just kind of neat to see. I look up, and there's more people have actually made their way to the Troup sidelines, and even so the Harris County. So it's a good crowd here for a Thursday night ball game.
Harris County Tigers going for it here on 4th down. They put a man in motion. They try to draw us off. That quarterback's going to adjust at the line of scrimmage. Go back up to the 30.
I still don't know if they're going to snap the ball.
They do not cause us to draw off. They look back to the sideline, and they're going to have to do something, or else they call a timeout. Yep.
Yeah.
So they went to the poker game as well, trying to draw the Tigers off. They were unable to, so their punting team will come back out onto the field. You know, you're down there, Andrew over there at the Hill. He's probably got another podcast coming out sometime this weekend. He's been very successful with those, talking about all the local sports here in West Georgia. I believe he's had all of the coaches from Callaway and from LaGrange and from Troup, along with Blake Kraft, I think was on his show. Greg, I think you're the only one he hadn't got yet. Did you cut your microphone off? He gave you extra batteries tonight.
Oh, they're full.
There you are.
Go. I guess you got to hit them.
Well, actually, you got to put your mouth on the right side of it.
Was that what it is?
So the Harris County Tigers down will punt the ball away. They tried to draw us off.
Well, at least they're in punt formation. We'll see. Kobe Hudson's back deep on about the 26-yard line. Back deep by himself. You've got 10 other Troup Tigers up, because you just never know.
There's the kick. Bounces. And Tigers get away from it as it rolls all the way down to the 23-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it, 1st and 10. Quick 30 seconds back to the station. Tied up at 14. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston physicians are on the sidelines providing immediate care to athletes after an injury. Houston physicians have been on the sidelines of football games since Dr. Houston started the tradition 60 years ago with the Auburn Tigers. The Houston Sports Medicine Team provides high school pre-participation physicals, sideline coverage, and Saturday morning injury clinics at the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital during football season. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation care can be a game changer too. Contact the LaGrange Houston Clinic at 706-884-3274.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as the Tigers will take the ball 1st and 10. They'll run up and get about 4 on that play. 2nd and 6.
Little Trey Williams just right off the right guard and was able to pick up, like I said, once he got beyond the defensive line of scrimmage, you know, those linebackers, they're really liking to hit Trey Williams tonight.
Flag is flying.
Had an illegal shift by the Troup Tigers. That'll back them up 5. So it's kind of negate the 3 yards that they gained. So it'll be 2nd and 12.
Play clocks aren't working tonight, just noticed. We have not had to delay a game yet, so that's good. Tigers check their risk at the play that's been called in. They'll make some adjustments. Now they're ready to go. Trips to the far side. Kobe stands in there with Williams to his left. Back into his left. There's the snap. He'll back up to pass. Has a man in his face. Now throws it. It's going to be complete up near the 34-yard line. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Tigers.
What a nice job. Luke had released from the left side, and he really didn't scrape off the defensive end, Jack. He released. The defensive end came bowling in toward Hudson, and Hudson had to get rid of it quick. And Luke Purnell was the guy he threw it to for about 14 yards and a 1st down. As soon as Luke touched the ball, there was two Harris County Tigers all over him. So good job by Purnell to hold on to that football.
Here come the Tigers again. Trips to the far side. Kobe keeps it. Bounces to the outside 40. Across the 50. 40. Turns on the afterburners. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And it was a shoestring tackle that kept it from being a touchdown. But a flag all the way back at the 40.
Michael Irvin, number 56, our right tackle. It was obvious for both, basically me, and I'm half blind. But he had the defensive end by the jerseys, and that's why you don't see Glisson getting all upset because, you know, about a bad call, because it was the right call to make. You just hate it that one of the best plays we've had as far as positive yardage has to be negated for something that you hope that Michael, as a senior offensive lineman, would correct that real quick.
So Tigers are brought back all the way to the 28-yard line. So we're inside the 20 on the other side. Now we're back to the 28. Looking at a first down and about 20.
Caleb Leslie, senior, number 75, big cat. He's probably stands about 6'3", 285 or 290. He'll come in for Irvin at right tackle.
Kobe will have a wing to his left, twins to the far side. Takes the snap, turns, quick handoff. Good blocking ahead of Williams. Williams upended, flipped over. He'll go down to the 32-yard line, close to the original line of scrimmage.
Nice job by Royce White from his left tackle position. One thing that the weight being off of White does is that he is so quick. He pulls from his left tackle all the way around the other side of the field, blocks out the linebacker for Williams to pick up some positive yardage. And if he could have blocked two more, he would have. So I like to see that with the quickness and speed of the Troup Tiger offensive lineman.
Tigers have their play. Kobe checks his line. Make sure everybody's in the right place. Calls for it. Swings it out to Williams. Williams has 2 men in his face. As soon as he catches the ball, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
You know, it's like everybody was weighed heavy to the right side of the defense, the left side of the offenses. That's where all the motion was going, where the play went. So it'll be third down and a long 12 for your Troup Tigers. 46 left until halftime. Troup 14, Harris 14. We're locked up. Harris County scored first, and the Tigers have had to fight their way back. Scored an offensive touchdown to Luke Purnell and a defensive touchdown is how your Tigers have scored.
Back to pass is Hudson. Hudson looking. A lot of time. Finally throws across the middle. Caught close to the first down. Let's see if they mark it. They got to get across the 45. And they're moving the chains. A first down.
Nice job by junior Marcurius Kelly as he just waiting like a good receiver should. Once he runs his route, he pulls back and lets Hudson spot him. Hudson spots him. Kelly brings it in for a first down as that clock continues to run just north of 2 minutes.
14, as Greg mentioned. Hudson stands alone in the backfield. Steps up, bounces to the outside. 50, 45. Slides down near the 40-yard line. Another first down for the Tigers.
Inside 2 minutes, Jack. They'll move the chains because of a first down. But remember, the Troup Tigers are out of timeouts. Harris County still has one timeout with 1:48 and the clock running until halftime.
Tigers are already up to the line of scrimmage.
They got to be the Tigers, the Troup Tigers coaching staff, cognizant of where the ball's placed and what kind of play calling. Do you head it out of bounds? Or are you confident? Or are you confident in your play calling to get 6 before the clock runs out?
3 men wide to this near side. Hudson taking his time back there, not getting rushed. He'll call for it. Swing it out. Making one man miss and brought down at the 45-yard line. Clock continues to tick, 1:10. And just could not get to the outside as Harris County playing a whale of a ball game from the defensive side.
Yeah, it took us a long time to make that snap, only to throw the ball in arrears and lose some yardage. So Troup Tigers about the 44-yard line of the Harris County Tigers. Clock inside a minute.
Kobe calls for it. They line up the same play, but now he's going to throw it down the field. And it's going to fall incomplete. That'll stop the clock, though, with 39 seconds left to go, tied 14-14.
A little misunderstanding had to be because you got Hudson throwing it to the middle of the end zone, and you've got Mark Anthony Dixon on the outside go route. When he saw that the ball was totally thrown in a different pattern, he pulls up and halts, and that'll bring up third down and forever. Actually third and 19, but still actually third and about 15 for the Troup Tigers. But, you know, we're the last two plays kind of just looks like it just struggling with what to do. Now maybe – again, talking about playing poker, maybe we set them up on this third down play. Let's see what we do.
Kobe stands back there, fakes the handoff. Kobe looking, throws it across his body. Falls incomplete at the 30, intended for Mark Anthony Dixon.
Jarrell Smith, nice former teammate, picks up Mark Anthony Dixon. That'll bring up 4th down for the Troup Tigers. And I might say that those 3 plays just didn't look crisp. We looked kind of out of sync, way out of the sync. I'm talking about it was a big sync, too. We just looked out of it.
34 seconds left to go in this first half, 14-14. And tell you what, Harris County playing these Troup High School Tigers very well tonight.
I hope they set the alarm clock at halftime for sure.
Wake them up. Tigers line up to punt the ball. There's a snap, a little bit low. Get the kickoff. Going to hit. Got to keep it in, guys. And they do. As it rolls down to about the 6, Greg?
5.5 or 6 yard line, depending on where you want to spot it. I don't think Harris County is going to argue with that because there's 23 seconds left and it'll be a 94-yard drive. And let's hope that doesn't happen with 23 seconds left. Tie ball game.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been a Thursday night game so far, Greg. I mean, it just really hasn't. As you mentioned, the guys just don't seem to be flying around with the same enthusiasm and intensity as we see them in a lot of other contests.
We can say that about Troup Tigers, but I can't say that about Harris County. Harris County is, they came to play tonight. They've been popping the Tigers. Trey Williams has got popped several times really hard, and when they're coming across the middle, they've got corners all over them. So they've come to play tonight, Harris County. But the Tigers will wake up at halftime for sure. They'll get going.
Harris County just runs the ball right up.
You see kind of who's spying deep. You've got Troup Tigers have Kobe Hudson sitting back at about the 40-yard line. But it looks like both teams are going to be content to let the clock run out, Jack.
Yep, that'll be the end of the first half of play.
Let's go see if I can catch Coach Glisson on the way to the locker room.
Greg heading over there to see if he can catch a quick word as they're heading inside. Halftime, we'll let you hear from some of the bands as Harris County's band's making their way onto the field.
I don't think Glisson wants to talk right now. He's jogging in. I think he's got a lot to talk about this halftime.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated with the effort from the first half. Harris County's band making their way onto the field. We'll let you hear some of them and also some of the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band. We'll talk about the scoring in the first half. 14-14 is our scoring, and you never know. There might be lots of other fun things happening, but right now, let's take 4 spots back to the station as you listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. Precision Auto Body started after Eddie Bartlett painted his first bike when he was a kid. And after a lot of schooling and training, now Precision Auto Body is one of the premier body shops in Georgia and Alabama.
Hey, I'm Eddie Bartlett. Come see us today down at Precision Auto Body right here in LaGrange, Georgia.
So if you need your car or truck brought back to original specs, bring your pride and joy to the staff of Precision Auto Body, and they'll take care of the rest. Precision Auto Body, 101 Service Park Lane in LaGrange. Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945, and they have daily lunch specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs, and Thursdays all-you-can-eat catfish, and with their Brunswick stew is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish, so dine in or use their convenient drive-thru Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Warman, Greg Hicks live here from Callaway Stadium as we're listening to the band from Harris County. They're on the field in just a second. Let's take a moment to run down our scoring in the first half, let you know kind of how things went. The Tigers got the ball first and just able to do a whole lot with it. They ended up punting the ball away. Harris County got the ball, and were able to drive down from the 39 all the way for a touchdown. So with 6:18 left to go in the first quarter, they were up by a score of 7-0. Tigers got the ball on the ensuing kickoff, brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Buick GMC in Opelika. As you get ready to smile anytime there's a kickoff around here. Luke Purnell actually ended up catching a touchdown pass, a 20-yard pass right after a penalty, and it was knotted up 7-7. Harris County got the ball again, but they fumbled a bad snap, and we were able to pick it up, take it all the way to the end zone, and it was 14-7 with 38 seconds left to go in the first. Then we got to the second quarter of play. Harris County got the ball, had a huge return. The man to this near side caught the ball, turned and threw a beautiful strike all the way off across the field as a lateral, caught by another receiver. He took the ball down the field, almost got across the 50, down to about the 30-yard line. A couple of plays later, they were able to put 7 more on the board, so it was 14-14. Tigers got the ball back after another kick, and they had to punt the ball. Harris County got the ball back. They had to punt the ball. The Tigers got the ball back. They had to punt the ball, and finally, Harris County got it back, ran one play, and that was the end of our first half. A great band by Harris County on the field right now. We're going to pause and let you listen to it just a little bit, a little taste of what's going on with the Harris County band.
Greenville Street in LaGrange, right behind CVS. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Mud Creek Graphics.
Hi, friends. It's TOWD at Kia LaGrange. The 2020 Kia Sportage LX is here with all new, updated interior and exterior style and comfort on the inside that rival vehicles twice the price. State-of-the-art technology, lots of power under the hood, and room in the back for luggage, coolers, and the dogs. All this for only $20,990. Come by today and take a look. Take a test drive. Take one home. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. God bless America.
Son number 111569. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston physicians are on the sidelines providing immediate care to athletes after an injury. Houston physicians have been on the sidelines of football games since Dr. Houston started the tradition 60 years ago with the Auburn Tigers. The Houston Sports Medicine team provides high school pre-participation physicals, sideline coverage, and Saturday morning injury clinics at the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital during football season. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation care can be a game changer too. Contact the LaGrange Houston Clinic at 706-884-3274.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome. There we are. Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks live here from Callaway Stadium as the Harris County band is on the field. And there's a bunch of them. I don't know if many of y'all know about the Greg Hicks tuba rating scale for bands. They're a 5 tuba band.
Yeah, baby.
Looks like some middle school students are joining them out there on the field as well. They're or else they just put their woodwinds in a different color. But no, I guess I see that the trumpets are in blue, the middle school trumpets down here, and then the middle school woodwinds are in the middle of the field.
I was going to say, my eyesight's not that good, but from right here, they look like a bunch of 8th graders.
Yeah, that's probably your middle school band playing up there. Makes the band a little bit bigger. But tell you what, talk about playing big. Harris County has been playing big in this first half, Craig. They lost to Upson Lee last week in a close ball game. Had big wins in their first 2 games, and they want to make it a third win for them on the season. And right now, my wife just texted me. She said that Coach Glisson did not listen to his mama. and he let Harris County score first. And they scored twice. Tigers have scored twice, but only once on offense.
Well, you could tell. I really thought that he would talk to me, just kind of get a feel for it. But he when I called him loud twice, and he knows my voice, and he chose not to even look at me. So that tells me, leave me alone. I'm focused. I got a lot of talking to do at halftime because they just don't seem to be. They're out of it. And I can't blame it on a Thursday night. They're just out of it. And you had a couple of guys on the sidelines, or believing that they're just looking forward to next week, and that could be the case. But you don't look past a Harris County. I don't care if you beat them 27 out of the last 33 years. You don't look past them because Harris County's a team, as we've seen this first half, they brought their game tonight, and they're planning on hitting the Troup Tigers hard, and they've been doing it defensively and offensively. They've been crisp on the execution. They've broken several 10, 12, 15-yard plays. Certainly not reminiscent of the Tigers, and just really a lack of effort. I'm sure that's what the Tigers are getting an earful this time.
Well, no doubt about that. There's a lot of different polls going around the state. The Tigers at 2 or 3, depending on the poll that you see, with Cartersville right now, number 1 in Quad A. Marist and Troup kind of back and forth there. Woodward Academy coming on strong so far this year in Quad A. Blessed Trinity, who
Woodward Academy beat Blessed Trinity last week.
Sure did. Mm-hmm. That was a big ball game for early in the season. Sandy Creek jumping into the top 10 there. So 3 teams out of our region right now in the top 10 of the state.
Absolutely. We talked about that Monday night, how the creek is the creek is rising, and we're not talking about Mud Creek. We're talking about the Sandy Creek up in Tyrone, and they've been kind of not as relevant the last 2 seasons, but they've got a couple of kids they recruited in, and they've also had a couple of homegrown kids to grow up, and you've got several D1 prospects all of a sudden out of nowhere, and Sandy Creek is now relevant again. So it's going to be a tough Region 5 Quad A this year. And it never got any. We didn't expect it to ever be easy, but you add one in the mix that you didn't expect to be there this year.
We don't really want to look ahead, but a lot of folks are already talking about next week, LaGrange and is that next week? 2 weeks. 2 weeks, excuse me.
Next week.
Is it next week? Yeah, it is. It's for my birthday.
Because I won't be here, Dad. Gummit.
That's right. As the Tigers will take it on the Callaway Cavaliers. Callaway off a big win against LaGrange High School last week. And so hoping for big things for the Grangers this year. I want to see them continue to improve their record. But Callaway is going to be a tough team to do that against, as they've got a number of D1 prospects, both on the line and also in that backfield. And Tanks Bigsby is exactly the kind of kid that that the press says he is.
Well, absolutely. I got a chance to go down. We had they opened up on a Thursday night. Callaway did with Opelika. Blake Alford and myself went down. Blake's a good customer of mine, and we went down to watch him. And really last year when Callaway and Troup were playing, I'm on the sidelines, and I'm really just focusing on play-by-play and each play. But I got a chance to really just watch Bigsby the other night. And, people call him Tank, and I guess I can see the tank, but I can also see the sweetness coming out in him, just like Walter Payton years ago, because he has the ability to come and cut and twist and turn as well as take a hit and run over you. So he is the total package, Bigsby is. And, they're the preseason prognosticators, especially in the talent search and who does the recruiting ratings of whether you're a 3-star or a 5-star, have got Bigsby ranked right up there with Nick Chubb coming out of Cedartown about 8 or 9 years ago, or about 7 years ago out of Cedartown, and went to Georgia and had a good career over in Athens. And, of course, he had a big-time injury. He was able to come back from that. But, Chubb had well over, was it 2,000 or 3,000 yards, maybe 4,000 yards. He was crazy, heck of a runner, and they're comparing Bigsby to that. So, again, like I said, not looking ahead. We've got this game here to take care of, which has not been very exciting. But looking ahead next week, if you will, just for a second, the Tigers are going to have their work cut out for them next Friday night. And I know the stadium will be packed, and so that will add to the adrenaline rush. But I'm sure Coach Glisson and the staff are not going to put up with this kind of effort much longer. They kind of looked a little flat last week, and he called it against Columbus on a Thursday night game,
Yep.
coming off a short week off a Labor Day weekend, Labor Day Monday, now another short week. But, hey, we've been in school 4 days, and you would think that maybe it's a home game. We'll be feeling better. But Not so far. I think we're lucky to be in this ball game, 14-14 at halftime, Jack.
I think you're right. Let's go take a break. We come back. We'll break this down game. We get this game down a little bit more. You listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
The month of September has arrived and our great deals at Nissan of LaGrange continue. Katie Cates here and we are doing something special this month. The month of September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month and we are going gold all month long. During September, Nissan of LaGrange will donate $50 for every car sold to the Rally Foundation. With cancer being the #1 disease killer of kids in America, we must do all we can. I encourage everyone to go gold this month and visit Nissan of LaGrange for a great deal and a great cause. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
A Southern tradition since 1945, that's Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House. You can find them at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So when you're ready for lunch, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., come to Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for meat, 2 vegetables, and a bread, dessert, and drink for only $7.29. That's a big lunch for a small price. So when you're ready for a delicious barbecue and only U.S. farm-raised catfish, make your way to 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange for Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for a great meal.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee, number 5656.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks live here from Callaway Stadium as the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band is on the field right now. And they're bringing a lot of entertainment to the fans out there. Let's see, guys back at the station, leave it here. We're going to let the band play for just a little bit here. Welcome back as the band continues to play. A little bit of Queen there, We Will Rock You. As the fans in the stands have their lighters up, their phones, cell phones. Do they do that at concerts? Do they still hold up lighters, or they just hold up their cell phones now?
I hadn't been to a concert in a long time, but the Eagles, 1980 at Auburn Beard East Memorial Coliseum, there was like 25,000 fans there, and I was one of them. We didn't have cell phones those days. We had actually cigarette lighters.
Well, now,
or cigar lighters.
If you listen very carefully, you can hear Dwight Yoakam across town. He's playing tonight at Sweetland.
Sweetland. All right.
Yep.
I like that.
That's a concert I was going to try to get to, but priorities. I'm here instead. So,
well, let's hurry up and get this ball game over. We'll catch an encore.
We got to play much better in the second half, that's for sure.
Yep.
The Troup High School Tigers right now are tied with the Harris County Tigers 14-14. But, Harris County, not a team you can sleep on. They're a team that is on the come. They went to the playoffs last year. A lot of their guys are back this year, trying to get some stability back into that program. Of course, the Troup High School Tigers with a 12-2 season last year had the best season they've ever had, and looking to go even farther this year. But we've got a little bit of a dip in the road here. We're really going to have to, Greg, I would say a couple of things as I think about this first half of adjustments that need to be made. One is we really got to stay at home from the part of our linebackers, our corners. They've added some misdirection. They've done some things to get us out of position and over pursue, and we've just got to really watch out for that. The screen passes were very effective by the folks from Harris County. Then, of course, over on the offensive side, it just goes back to execution. Kobe is kind of freelance a little bit back there. He's been sacked twice tonight. I can't remember a game that I've seen Kobe sacked twice in a regular season game. It's been quite a while. So I want to see him give more opportunities to, down in space, find those receivers. Let's get the quick hitters. Let's throw those quick 5-7 yard routes to get the tight end involved again and put some more points on this board.
I agree with you. We've done a good job mixing the running game up and the passing game, but it's those short passes that's been more successful. Anything deep, Jack, it just hasn't worked. So I don't know that necessarily we should fix the long pass game. I believe the coach would like to come out and just establish the run game, the short pass game, just see if we can methodically move the ball downfield, because we will. Of course, we've got to start on defense, start of the second half. So,
well, too, it's only been Trey Williams running the ball. Ross has not been back there to help out. Navante Moss last week had a couple of big runs in that ball game against Columbus. Haven't seen him tonight. I haven't heard anything really from AJ on the defensive side either.
No, thank you for mentioning that. Jabralen's been out there. Jeremiah Holston from his defensive end position. Andy Boykin from his tackle position. But Tucker has been he's been efficient. He's just been quietly doing it. So I've made it a point to myself right at halftime that I kind of wanted to key on Tucker, and let's see what he's able to do this second half.
Let's take a break. We come back with lots more here from Callaway Stadium. Tigers, they're tied up right now with the Harris County Tigers, 14-14, right here on Eagle Sports.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston physicians are on the sidelines providing immediate care to athletes after an injury. Houston physicians have been on the sidelines of football games since Dr. Houston started the tradition 60 years ago with the Auburn Tigers. The Houston Sports Medicine team provides high school pre-participation physicals, sideline coverage, and Saturday morning game changer. And immediate evaluation care can be a game changer too. Contact the LaGrange Houston Clinic at 706-884-3274.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Precision Auto Body started after Eddie Bartlett painted his first bike when he was a kid. And after a lot of schooling and training, now Precision Auto Body is one of the premier body shops in Georgia and Alabama.
Hey, I'm Eddie Bartlett. Come see us today down at Precision Auto Body right here in LaGrange, Georgia.
So if you need your car or truck brought back to original specs, bring your pride and joy to the staff of Precision Auto Body, and they'll take care of the rest. Precision Auto Body, 101 Service Park Lane in LaGrange.
Hi, football fans. This is Jonathan Moosemeyer from Glenn Smith in Opelika. We are happy to be a sponsor of high school football. We believe that high school athletics builds character among young people, and we are honored to lend our support. This is a great area to live, play, work, worship, and retire. In our 27th year, we are your Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 600 new and used vehicles every day. Online at glennsmith.com. Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. The Tigers are tied up with Harris County Tigers, 14-14 right now here at Callaway Stadium, and we're joined right now with the band director, the new band director of the Troup High School Tiger, the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band, Logan Herta.
You got it right, Herta. That's correct.
Logan Herta. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were trying to put a Hispanic spin on the way. They pronounce it Huerta.
Huerta, that's correct.
Huerta,
it technically is Huerta, but we grew up here in the South, so we go by Herta.
Herta.
That's fine. Huerta, Herta, either one.
We're down here, we're Herta.
That's right.
Well, I tell you what's not hurting is the band. They sounded great tonight.
Thank you.
I tell you, your flag corps did a tremendous job right together.
Tigerettes, yes.
I was really, really pleased with what they're doing, and you got a strong sound. A lot of brass coming out there, and just really got to be proud of how your band is beginning to mature. I think you got one more song
for sure.
Y'all are planning to add to the show.
That's right. Yeah, we have to add our closer next week. It'll be Paint It Black, and just kind of finishing up our British Invasion show.
All right, Paint It Black. I love that.
That's right. Yeah.
But I tell you, the the queen piece is one of my favorite parts.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all get the stands going with a little doom, doom,
you know it, right? Have some audience interaction, yeah.
Also notice you're playing a few different things up in the student section. Added a few different things instead of just the ESPN stuff.
Correct,
I
yeah.
noticed y'all have added a couple other pieces too.
Yeah, we're trying to this year play some top 40 hits, some current things that are on the radio, just so that we get the student section involved, make sure everyone's having a great time, great environment here.
Well, I tell you what, one of the things that people love, it's part of the whole environment of the event, is the band playing, and I know they appreciate all the hard work that you and your group, because while people say the football team is working all summer, y'all are out there that heat as well.
Yeah, exactly, right by them, right next door.
So we appreciate it. We'll, throughout the season, I hope to be able to have you up here. We'll talk more about your program. But, Logan, great to meet you. Looking forward to hearing more for the Tiger Marching Band.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All right, that's Logan Herta. He's the band director of the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band as we're ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. Tigers are tied up 14-14. And the Tigers will be kicking off to Harris County. They've got a man back deep, standing on about the 4-yard line. Tigers step up. And there's the kick. Taken at about the 20-25. Cutting back to this near side. Cuts inside. 35, 37. Brought down to the 38-yard line, and that's where Harris County will take it. 1st and 10.
You know, Jack, it looked like a face mask there from the Tigers, but it did not get called. That's good. So that's the bad thing. We don't want to start off like that. Jalen Sin Sr. on the tackle. He will remain in there on defense, alongside Jace Godwin.
You know, Harris County has had some really good field position this entire contest, Craig.
Oh, absolutely. With the exception of this, one of the late drives in the second quarter where it's down here on the 13-yard line, which they made very good yardage out of it. They've had some good field position. You're right.
The quarterback, Corey, hands off to his tailback, who bounces to the outside, still on his feet, spins, gets across the 40 to the 43.
Now, I appreciate you wanting to hit him chest on chest, but when you decide to do that, make sure you're going to put him on his back. Otherwise, go low, get him in the waist area and the thigh area and take him down. Otherwise, he's taking people and dragging them 3 yards after initial contact, Jack, and you can see he picked up 5 yards.
Talik Williams, the running back, continues to do big things for Harris County. This time in the backfield will be Xavier Richmond. He'll stand back there with the quarterback. Cooper Corey. Corey will have twins to the right side. He'll call for it. Hand the ball off, going around that right side. We finally corral him back at the 45. We'll push there at the end. But just good football. I tell you, Greg, I have noticed, tempers do tend to flare sometimes during the ball game, but they're helping each other up. This has been a pretty cordial game by the players on the field.
Well, at times they are changing. We still, I think we adults that are our age, and I'm talking, I'm not that old, 45 and older, I think we parents tend to make more of all these local rivalries than the students do. So they tend to get up and help each other out and go hang out together. You didn't do that a generation ago.
High snap handed off to Richmond. Richmond fights his way across the 50 for a first down.
Just right up the belly was one of those things. Hey, I've got some big old offensive linemen. We're going to go right behind them. And what they did is they double teamed on 44 Boykin and just moved him out of the way. And I'm telling you, when you got about 600 pounds, about 550 pounds bowling down on you, I don't care who you are. That's a lot of weight double teaming you.
No doubt. 10:04 left to go in the third quarter of play, tied at 14. Harris County with the ball at midfield. Quarterback backs up to pass. Steps back, throws. Man-on-man situation. Overthrows his receiver. Good no call as those guys were kind of giving it to each other going down the field.
That's a good point you make, Jack. Both Sir Morgan and Jarrell Smith. The ball was well thrown where Smith and only Smith could have caught it. And he actually had a back step on Morgan, but Morgan was with him step by step. And I believe if Smith had one more step, he might have hauled that ball in. So thankfully he didn't. But a good play call by Harris County. It was first down. They're moving the ball. Why not give it an all-you-got shot?
Take a shot, yep. Twins to the right side as the quarterback's going to keep the ball. Flowing left and back right. He'll get about 2 yards. 3rd down and 8.
He looked like he was just dodging and moving and shaking and dodging, and Jordan Adams comes up off the bottom of the pile along with Boykin and Jeremiah Holston. So it'll be 3rd and 9. you know, the thing is when you go for that on first down and you go for broke and you don't get it, then it results you got to come through with some more good plays, and they were able to pick up a yard. So 3rd down and 9 for Harris County, a long 3rd down. Troup Tigers, this is important. Sure would like to hold them this time.
Twins left and right. They did not give him a good spot. So it's 3rd down and 9. Quarterback hands the ball off, and we're going to hit him in the backfield, bring him down. He doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose yardage back to the 50.
Good job by Jeremiah Holston. Caught him in the backfield. Jeremiah comes off the line of scrimmage from his right defensive end and was able to trip him up, grab his foot. The tailback snatches his foot away, but not soon enough because Andy Boykin and company corrals him for a 1-yard loss. It'll be 4th down, actually a 2-yard loss. It'll be 4th down and 11 for Harris County. So good job. You got Kobe Hudson standing on about the 17-yard line, Jack.
A nice return would be a real good thing to see right now. There's the snap, no rush. Gets the kickoff. Rolls back. Kobe's going to get it and lose yardage all the way back to, what, about the 5? They're going to give it right to 6, I think.
Well, it was one of those things, he picked it up. Harris County has such good coverage that had he let the ball go, I got no issues with that because had he let the ball go, Harris County would have probably downed it in the 1-yard line. And when you're a playmaker with as good a hands as Hudson has, hey, I'll give him that call. Now, had he missed it and fumbled it, well, he would have got scolded. But he wound up, got it, and he's able to, Tigers take over on about the 7-yard line, 6-yard line maybe, but had he let it bounce, they could have been on the 1-yard line.
So here come the Tigers, deep in their own territory this time. Williams, the ball carrier, gets across the 10 down to about the 12-yard line.
So he picks up about 5 yards on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 5. So, again, good play call. You had Royce White again from his left tackle. Good speed. He pulls around and just absolutely waylays that left tackle, or actually tight end number 44. You can hear the pads pop, and I'm down here on about the 25-yard line, way away. And so that was a good shot by Royce White.
There's a snap quickly. A sweep to this near side. They pull down the running back from behind. That's Williams. But he's going to be close to a 1st down on that play.
Second effort by Williams as he tries to hold the ball out and kind of jump forward to it, as you can see it on the replay. He reaches over to about the 13.5-yard line, and that moves the chains.
It does. 1st down.
So nice little inside sweep, like you said, Jack, to the short side of the field as the hash mark, or the ball's placed on the Troup Tiger side of the hash marks, and then they run that inside sweep to the short side. So, you know, you got to execute. You got to block good because you don't have a long field you can outrun your opponents to, is what I'm saying.
Tigers looking better in this second half of play so far. Kobe hands the ball off to Williams to go run the sweep to the far side. Williams is corralled back there. He'll lose yardage all the way back to the 13.
You know, excellent pursuit by the Harris County Tigers. You know, everybody's got it. We haven't seen it, but this is a perfect setup for you to do a little jet sweep and maybe a little reverse or a naked bootleg, either way. But you do have those Harris County Tigers over pursuing right now because, you know, they want to win this ball game too, and they're just thinking one thing only is get the football.
So here they come. 2nd down and about 13 for the Tigers. Kobe going to hand the ball off to his tailback once again. This time it's going to be 32 for the Tigers, who fights his way down near another 1st down.
You mentioned his name at halftime, and you said we didn't see much of him, but Navante Moss takes the ball and goes off left tackle behind Royce White and clears the outside. He picks up a 1st down for the Tigers. And as you said, right now we start our own 6-yard line, and they're moving the ball all the way out to the 29-yard line right now, Jack?
Yep. Navante, a very different runner for the Trey. A little more free, Reggie, a little bit faster. We hand off again. Fighting for yardage up the field, about 3 on that play, 2nd and 7.
That'll be Moss comes in with a late flag thrown at the backfield. So you don't know if that's a face mask as the tackle was going down or maybe a late holding call. A tripping call is what they're going to say. Maybe an offensive lineman.
Personal foul.
No.
Actually, that's going to be a tripping call against
Harris County. I didn't see that. Maybe we'll see it on replay. I'd like to see how a guy trips and, sticks his foot out. But you mentioned Moss has a different running style. When Moss grabs the ball, he's north and south. He's hammering. When Williams gets the ball, he's kind of putting his hand out, looking for that hole, most of the time. And most of the time it's there.
He reads a little bit more than Moss does. Moss is
That's
a little bit of a bullet. Just aiming in the direction, he's gone.
Well, you don't average 180 yards per game as Trey Williams does and not know how to run the football.
Kobe swings it out. Falls incomplete with a flag on the play.
Coming from the back, from the side judge here, she throws it in the backfield, so it's probably going to be some kind of illegal motion on the Troup Tigers. Let's see what the white hat's going to turn this way and look.
Yep, movement against the Tigers. So that'll back them up 5.
You know, you had Zy Varner in the slot, and you had Mark Anthony Dixon as a wideout, and Mark Anthony takes a step and hard slants it in toward the linebacker. And you had Zy Varner taking a step, and he took one step inside, hoping the inside corner would bite. He didn't bite. And so Zy kind of heads outside, and it just didn't work like they wanted it to.
Stacked twins left and right. Now Kobe calls his own number up the field. He gets the first down and more to the 40. Makes guys miss to the 35-yard line. First down, Tigers.
Great job by Kobe Hudson. He gets up, and his calves are kind of tightening up on him. He's stretching out a little bit, but he was back and forth. He picks up about 20, 25 yards on that. And as you were calling it, Jack, you wonder if he'd have just kept going down the hash marks if he wouldn't have stayed running. He got to dancing a little bit toward the end, but, hey, still picks up excellent yardage inside Harris County territory to the 35-yard line.
Williams will step back in at the tailback position. Kobe calls for it, turns, hands it off to him. Williams just knocking guys down as he gets across the 30-yard line.
You know, you mentioned just knocking guys down, all behind Tyler Kitchens and Will Cooley and Braxton Truitt, and he's just able to pick up 5 more yards. And you love it on first down when your tailback can just hammer it straight up the middle and pick up 5.
2nd and 5 will make an offensive coordinator very happy. Dixon goes in the slot to the far side. Williams stays in the backfield. Purnell at a wing to the right. It'll be Williams, the ball carrier. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one. 3rd down and 5.
You can see Truitt from his right guard was going to pull. If I'm a defensive player, I can see it because I'm looking at him, and he's barely got his fingers on the ground. And when you're looking at a guard, especially, and Braxton's not the smallest fella out there, but you pick up on little nuances like that, and that's what happened that time when Braxton pulled. The defensive tackle, number 62 for Harris County, was all in the backfield and tackled Trey Williams for no gain.
Well, they tell you, follow that pulling guard. You step in that gap where that guard leaves if you're a defensive man. It's going to be Kobe calling his own number, 25 down to the 20-yard line. Another first down for the Tigers.
Will Cooley from his center position snaps it to Hudson in the shotgun and pulls around to the right side and leads the way. He and Luke Purnell, and you're right, Hudson picks up another first down. As you know, this drive started on the Tigers' own 6-yard line, as a lot of fans might have questioned why Hudson would have tried to pick up that punt. But he did, and the Tigers are on the move now at the 21-yard line, tied 14-14.
4:27 left to go in the 3rd. A lot of running, a lot of clock running on this game. It's going to be Williams. Big hole in the middle. Spins, gets down to the 15.
You know, he'll pick up 6 hard yards. He had initial contact about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, twists and falls forward for another yard. So it's 2nd down from the 15-yard line of the Harris County Tigers. Your Troup Tigers.
There's the handoff to Williams. Williams fights his way down inside the 5. This should be inside the 10-yard line.
You know, we talk about coming out with just an eye of the tiger. These guys, again, started on their own 6-yard line. Nothing fancy. They've just taken it and said, you know what, we're just going to run it down your throat. And so far, the Troup Tigers have done just that.
Here comes another handoff down the middle. Not quite so much there. We're going to get down to the 7. So 2nd and goal from the 7 now.
You know, just as I say the Tigers are running down your throats when they went up losing a yard. Still, like you said, 2nd down and goal from the Harris County 7-yard line. 3:22 left in this 3rd quarter. You're right, Jack. Harris County opened up, and the Troup Tigers have run the rest of the clock off in this 3rd quarter.
Kobe's going to run the ball to the right side. Moss is in front of him. He's riding Moss down. They spin him down, throw him down to the 1-yard line.
You know, actually, when he spun around, his elbows probably hit about the half-yard line, maybe the quarter-yard line, but they're going to spot him on the 1. So it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Let's see what this kind of surge this offensive line gets.
He was almost on Moss's back, riding him down the field. Gorgeous blocking. It's going to be Williams gets the call. Finds inside. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
At the 241-yard mark, time mark, 96-yard drive. I don't think we had a pass on that entire offensive series. Trey Williams caps it off with a 1-yard dive into the end zone behind that big offensive line. Your score, Troup High 20, Harris County 14, awaiting the PAT.
Moss, Hudson, and Williams especially, the workhorses on that drive. And a lot of time run off on that one. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. What did you want, Greg, coming out of halftime? You wanted a defensive stop, and you wanted a touchdown. We have exactly that.
Got my Christmas present early, huh?
With that's your Thanksgiving gift.
Thanksgiving, I got
$2.41
you.
left to go here in the third. 21-14 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. It's TOWD at Kia LaGrange. The 2020 Kia Sportage LX is here with all new, updated interior and exterior style and comfort on the inside that rivals vehicles twice the price. State-of-the-art technology, lots of power of the hood, and room in the back for luggage, coolers, and the dogs. All this for only $20,990. Come by today and take a look. Take a test drive. Take one home. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. God bless America.
Son number 111569. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. And here we go. Tigers leading 21-14. There's the kick. Taken back at around the 15-yard line. Up the field. Good coverage. Now he bounces to the outside 25-30 and finally dragged out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Jalen Sin on that tackle. Can you hear me, Jack?
I can. There you are.
All right, good. Yeah, I just came over here, talked to the offensive line, and what a good job the linemen. They feel good about themselves. That they absolutely a 96-yard, no pass, all run drive, and wow, that makes you feel good when you come out after halftime and have a little bit of a pick-me-up adjustment like that.
Well, here's an adjustment, too. As unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will go against Harris County. That'll back them up. So instead of being up around the 33, they're going to be back to the 21. I guess 31 to 21, a 10-yard loss.
Actually, those are the balls on the 22-yard line.
So this is actually the next to worst starting position they've been in. The quarterback, Corey, will take it. A little crossing pattern in the backfield that does not fool the Troup High Tigers at all.
No, actually, Jordan Adams, he's woken up this second half, and he is all in that backfield. That's 2 offensive series for Harris County, and it seems like Adams is in on everything that they're throwing at him because he's decided to get ugly and mean, and he's having fun out there at defensive tackle. He and Jeremiah Holston from that right side of the defensive line. Of course, you've got Xavier Clark and Andy Boykin on the right side, actually the left side of the defensive line. You got Holston and Adams on the right side.
So Harris County with a second down and 12. Quarterback Corey will call for it. Turn, hand the ball to his tailback, who is just hit hard again at the line of scrimmage. He'll get back to the 20, and that'll be about it. Third down now and 11.
Coming off the bottom of that pile is Jordan Adams, Xavier Clark, Jabraylon Gooden from his linebacker position, and there's A.J. Tucker. He's also wanted a piece of that action.
You know what else I'm seeing, Greg? I just saw they moved some guys in. They ran on the field. They ran off the field. There was no loafing at all. These guys are fired up. This is the championship team that we've been looking for.
Well, sometimes it just takes a little for us old folks to get woke up, but I think Glisson and crew did a good job at catching their attention at halftime.
Trips to this near side. I mean, wide to the far side. Single back in the backfield with the quarterback, Corey. He'll back up to pass. Throws it out there. And did he catch it? I think he did.
What
Catches
a beautiful catch.
Throws it all the way across the 50-yard line, and a huge first down for Harris County.
You had Trips out here on the left, as you called it, Jack. And you had Mercurius Kelly man-on-man with, and I want to say the number 5 or 6 over there on the other side. I don't know their number. But he's on a go route. The quarterback totally ignored the Trips, threw it as far as he could throw it, And Kelly looked back, but he was totally lost as to where the football was. And it took a great diving effort by Harris County receiver to make that reception.
So they got a little bit of life in them across right at the 50-yard line. Quarterback Corey going to run to this near side. Now he throws it on the run, caught at the 45 and brought out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Only much ado about nothing, about a 6-yard play. Looked real good.
Well, the tailback was he was leading outside. He was in the front. The quarterback's rolling toward the Troup sideline, looking downfield, looking side, looking downfield, looking side. Finally, he dumps it off the tailback, who's able to pick up 6 yards. A good executed play by Harris County. And now they're on the move after a very exciting 2-stop out by the Tigers. And that long pass helped the Harris County Tigers out for sure, Jack.
Corey calls for it, turns, hands the ball to his tailback. He gets some yardage this time. Richmond going to get to the 40-yard line before he's brought down. Actually, they'll mark him down inside the 40 to the 38.
That'll move the chains. That'll be a first down for Harris County. And that should be the end of the third quarter, Jack.
And it is. We go to the fourth. Tigers leading 21-14 over the Tigers from Harris County. Let's take 60 seconds back to the station. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
If you need medical treatment at the highest level and want care that's personal, turn to WellStar. We offer the latest procedures at Georgia's first certified comprehensive cardiac center, along with an innovative approach to fighting cancer, where specialists collaborate to accelerate diagnosis and treatment. We're also home to a top-level stroke program that performs life-saving operations every day. At WellStar, we care for the whole you. Learn more at wellstar.org.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. The Harris County Tigers driving right now. Ball's inside the 40 at the 38. 12 minutes left to go in this contest. 21-14 favor the Troup High School Tigers. They're bringing.
I think the chain gang went way down the other county, I believe.
Yeah, maybe they're pulling for Harris County. Wanted them to be first in goal, but they're not.
I don't know what they were thinking. Ball's on the 38-yard line.
And here we go.
Can you believe it's the fourth quarter already?
This game has moved, Greg. There's the snap. Hand the ball to Richmond, the tailback, who's hit and rocked back. Called below the whistle for somebody gets hurt. They're going to give him forward progress, though, to the 38.5.
I would say no gain, but host of tacklers, Jabraylon Goodwin, along with A.J. Tucker, along with Jace Godwin. You know, they're all coming out from that side of the play. So clock still running, 11:34, just underway in the fourth quarter. If you just tuned in, your Tigers 21, Harris County Tigers 14. But Harris County Tigers, even after a fast start by your Tigers in the second half and basically a third quarter drive, they're just not going away, Jack. They're going to hang in there, and they're going to say, hey, we're in it to win this thing.
Yeah, we have to beat them. They're not going to beat themselves. There's the snap. Quarterback going to keep it himself. Corey, all the way down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He'll pick up a first down. They'll move the chains. He picked it up by about a foot. But, give him. He's not the biggest guy, and he's certainly not scared as he takes on all these Tigers. And you've got Kobe Hudson. I want to say it's Hudson. It looks like number 2. He's swinging his arms real hard and yelling real hard. So I don't know what's going on there.
Injured Tiger down the field. Left leg looks to be hurting on the young man. He's on his side. I'll tell you what, while they tend to him, let's go ahead and take 60 seconds, 2 spots back to the station as they tend to him.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Troup High School Tiger football. As we're here in the fourth quarter of play.
You know, Jack, that's one of the few times that the clock stopped in this second half, as we had an incomplete pass on that play from Harris County. And, you know, the tailback who was going on a go route, the slot back, thought it was, you know, pass interference, but, hey, the ball was 20 yards overthrown and
not a chance for anybody to catch it. There's the snap. Quarterback turns, hands off to the tailback. Who's, tell you what, he gets tripped up, but we're not getting backside help on that, Greg.
Well, again, that's that pursuit. Xavier Clark did a good job there. He was being manhandled there by that right tackle, and he stuck his arm out and tripped the tailback up and kept him to a 5-yard gain as it was first down, and they went for broke again for a touchdown. So on their second play, they got 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Harris County as the ball is resting on the Troup Tigers' 23-yard line. Clock's running. Troup 21, Harris 14.
3rd down now. Quarterback hands the ball off to the tailback again. He's not going to get the first down yardage that he needed.
Xavier Clark comes off it. He says, yes, that's mine. And 2 tackles in a row for Xavier Clark. This time, there was no trip forward for 5 yards. And 4th down, and the quarterback for Harris County is staying on the field, Jack. Either they do not have a field goal team, or they're not the least bit interested in trying a field goal. I believe they think they can pick up that 5 yards or 4.5 yards.
Yeah, they're in 4-down territory here for sure. Jordan Adams also in on that last play. He's fired up as well. You mentioned that earlier, Greg. He's come to play in this second half.
Offensively, they got to work. They got to rock right now, because the last thing they want to do is keep Harris County in a live ball situation.
Quarterback backs up the pass. He's got some pressure, throws it to the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown.
You had trips to the right, Jack. And what happened is the tight end blocked down on Jabraylon Gooden. Jabraylon released. All of a sudden, their tight end released deep with nobody on him. Once Jabraylon recognized it, he couldn't make up the yardage to interfere with that pass, and it was a nice little catch in the end zone for Harris County touchdown.
So this is an important extra point.
You know, speaking of extra points, Andy Boykins had his hands on about 3 already, PATs. Let's see if we can get one more out of him.
Here we go. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it's good. We're tied. 21-21 here in the fourth quarter of play. We're going to kick the ball off again. We'll be back to let you know about Glenn Smith kicking and the Harris County Tigers kicking off the Troup High School in 30 seconds here on Eagle Sports.
The month of September has arrived and our great deals at Nissan of LaGrange continue. Katie Cates here and we are doing something special this month. The month of September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month and we are going gold all month long. During September, Nissan of LaGrange will donate $50 for every car sold to the Rally Foundation. With cancer being the #1 disease killer of kids in America, we must do all we can. I encourage everyone to go gold this month and visit Nissan of LaGrange for a great deal and a great cause. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're in the fourth quarter of play. And,
you know, Jack, it'll be interesting if they try to kick it deep now that we've moved Mark Anthony Dixon up to about the 25-yard line.
There's the kick.
Nope. We'll take it for Dixon.
And it's a 20. Coming across the field. Cut up the middle. Finding all the way down to the 38-yard line, and that's where the Troup High School Tigers will take it 1st and 10.
Well, you know what? What a tremendous hit on Dixon by Harris County kid, and he is slow to get up, and he's getting some help by his teammates. But You know, he just looks groggy. He's the trainers come over to get him, and he's kind of wobbling off field. So, but give kudos to that kid as he hammered down the field. That's what you want to see on the kickoff. You got to be kind of a kamikaze guy. All right, well, Kobe Hudson's back out there, Jack. I really thought that the way he was yelling and hollering that you might see Schweitzer in there this series.
We're ready to go now. Twins to the right and left. Hudson will stand in there, wait for the shotgun snap. He'll take it. He'll pass it, caught. Back here at the 45-yard line, a 5-yard gain. Second down.
Nick Schweitzer, speaking of Schweitzer stepping in there, he does. He steps in there from a slot.
He was involved in the play.
Yeah, he jumps up and grabs it, and he'll lean forward. They're going to give him like 7 yards on that play. So good job from Hudson to Schweitzer. Second down and about a long 3.
That was a good spot for the Tigers. As the Harris County Tigers late coming up to the line of scrimmage. There's the snap turn, handoff into the line. Just methodically moving the ball down to the 50. That's going to be a first down.
That'll move the chains for Trey Williams as he just runs right up the middle behind Will Cooley, Tyler Kitchens, and Royce White, along with Braxton Truitt and Michael Irvin, just moving those Harris County to that front line, just pushing them back. And that's exactly what they did on that 96-yard drive to really end the third quarter of play.
8:35 left to go in this contest. 21-21 is your score. Kobe keeps it up to 50, 45, out of bounds at about the 43.
He may have stepped out at the 41. Let's see what they give him. But good job by Kobe. So whatever was ailing him earlier is not ailing him now. They'll give him the 42-yard line. It should be second down and, what, Jack, a long 2 maybe.
Yep.
That'll stop the clock as he goes out of bounds. 8:24 left to the end of the fourth quarter.
Tigers back on the field. Twins to the right side. A little bit of a draw play as we go get the first down and more down to the 35.
Actually, that was a direct snap to Trey Williams. It was either a mistake, and we just didn't realize it, or it was designed play because Kobe never touched it. It's directly to Trey Williams, and he picks up the first down as that moves the chains down to the 35-yard line. 8 minutes and 9 seconds. Troup 21, Harris 21.
Fresh set of downs at the 35. Tigers wheel the snap. Kobe pulls it, throws it, complete to number 11 for the Tigers. That's Marquarius Kelly.
Marquarius should go out around the 29-yard line maybe. He nice little stab pass, fake to Trey Williams up the middle, which held the corner in a little bit. Marquarius actually picks up a nice 7 yards on that play. Be second and 3.
A couple of good spots for the Tigers. Mark Anthony Dixon in the backfield now. And he's going to get the call going on the left side. Fights his way. Still on his feet down near the 20-yard line.
Let's see. That's actually number 8.
I'm sorry.
For the Tigers.
Carlos Cato.
Carlos Cato, first time he's had that snap tonight. He comes running off the left side behind Tyler Kitchens and Royce White, who opened up that line of scrimmage. Bring down to the 21-yard line. 7 minutes and 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Troup 21, Harris 21.
Kobe takes it, turns. It's going to be Williams getting the call this time to the left side. Finding down inside. Goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
What a tremendous offensive line block by Royce White and Will Cooley from his center position. Trey Williams hits the sidelines at about the 17-yard line, and you had Marquarius Kelly. You couldn't have asked for a better stalk block as he turned his corner into the end zone, and Trey Williams just walked into the end zone behind him. Excellent play call, excellent execution by your Troup Tigers. 27, Harris County 21, awaiting the PAT.
Big PAT here. We've been perfect so far on the night. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it's blocked.
Tell you what, we talked earlier about that missed extra point. We was hoping it would be against Harris County. That ball was blocked, but it was a kind of an awkward snap, tough hold by Schweitzer, just a little bit off timing. It looked to me, Jack, and when you've got a PAT that's slightly off timing, that's what maybe happens.
We're going to keep it here as we're looking now at 27-21. Time for the kickoff. Of course, the kickoff is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Buick GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
You know, speaking of smiling, that was a good execution. Good offensive series as twice the Tigers, the last 2 possessions they've had the ball, they've marched almost the entirety of the field. You think about that. They've driven it down. They've executed offensively. Really only a couple of stab passes needed. We really needed that PAT. Your Troup Tigers up only by 6 points, 27-21. This is going to be tough here, Jack. We need to hold them. Both teams still have their 3 timeouts left.
We've left a lot of time on the clock. Ball's punched down the field. Taken back at the 12, up to the 20. Tigers down there. Good blocking by Harris County. Get to the 30. Finally brought down at the 32.
Nice job by number 31 for the Tigers. Help me out there, Jack. My roster fell on the ground.
31 is Robert Harris.
Harris on the stop. He picks up. He'll take the ball at about the 18, 19-yard line, move it all the way out to the 33-yard line. So about a 15-yard return by Harris County. Tigers were hoping to get a little bit better, a little bit deeper field penetration on that kickoff team then. But, again, crucial series here for the defensive Tigers. 6:51 left in the fourth quarter. Troup up 27-21.
Yeah, we left them a lot more time on the clock than I would be am really comfortable with. Harris County's moved the ball well. As they pitch it to the outside to the tailback, he's hit at about the 35-yard line. He'll get about 3 on the play, 2nd and 7.
You know, they're going to give him his forward progress. They're going to give him about 4 or 5 yards maybe. And we had him on about the 34-yard line, and he took about 3 Tigers and pulled them 3 yards forward. It'll go 2nd down and 6 for the Harris County Tigers. The clock continues to run, 6:25 left in the fourth quarter. And you know, Jack, I say the fourth quarter because you just never know.
There's a snap. Taking a little bit more time here. Quarterback hands it off to the line, and that interior line of the Tigers do a good job again. They'll give them forward progress up to the 36.
Linebacker Jabraylin Gooden along with Jeremiah Holston. Nice stop there, and that's going to result in the Harris County, that tailback number 1, who's done a fabulous job tonight. He's laying down there with a cramp in his left calf.
Yeah, Xavier Richmond.
He's done a superb job for the Harris County Tigers tonight, and he and number 4 both. But this kid's a good-looking running back.
They're going to have to take a look at him for a second. Let's go ahead and take 60 seconds back to the station as they take a look at this young man. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945, and they have daily lunch specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs, and Thursdays all-you-can-eat catfish, and with their Brundrick stew is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish, so dine in or use their convenient drive-thru Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Well, Richmond goes off the field injured, and then in the subsequent play, a bad snap causes the quarterback to lose it, goes all the way back to the 25-yard line, and then that's 4th down, and Harris will have to punt the ball away. We could have drawn that better if we wanted to, Greg.
Hey, you know, what a great job by the defensive Troup Tigers on that one. As you're right, they're heads up and bad snap through the quarterback's legs, moves the ball all the way back to the 26, and they'll punt now. Their punter stands on about the 13-yard line. He lets it go about the 16-yard line. Short punt.
Real short. In fact, the worst punt he's had all night. Just barely gets across the 50. Between the 50 and the 45, that's where the Tigers will take it 1st and 10. Go ahead, Greg.
This is what we're talking about, Jack. Good hold by the Troup Tigers. They still have their 3 timeouts. Harris County still has their 3. 4 minutes and 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and your Tigers are going to have the football at the 48-yard line. So you couldn't ask for a better situation right now for the Tigers to keep driving the football like they have offensively, Jack, and they just need to run about 4 minutes and 53 seconds off the clock.
Bit of a gut check time for the Troup High School Tigers. Twins left and right. Hudson takes it, turns, hands the ball to Williams. Williams gets back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up across the 50 to the 49.
They're going to probably give him about 2 to 3 yards on that. That'll bring up 2nd down and About 7 yards, 2nd and 7 for Troup.
Tigers get their calls from the sideline. They check their wrists. Everybody's back down, ready to go. They'll roll the wing to this near side. Still single back in the backfield with Hudson. Hudson waits for it. Now calls for the snap to come to him. He'll take it. Quickly hand it to Williams, going around the right side. Williams kind of riding the wave. Gets another 2, maybe 3 yards on that one. Close. Actually, they're going to mark him not even to the 45, it doesn't look like.
Big Braxton Truitt and Michael Irvin leading the way there as Williams piggytails off the back on the right side. That'll pick up 2. We'll call it 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. And I don't want to get in a 4th down situation. I would rather have our 6 or 7 yards this time. Appreciate all you listening out there. Scott Sickler and my son Scott Hicks, all of them listen to us. We appreciate that.
Kobe keeps it, going to run it himself and brought down in the backfield. Nowhere for him to go as he tried to run up the middle, and a huge play by Harris County. As now we're looking at 4th down and 8.
Yeah, that was one of those. It was run only, no option, what have you. And Harris County, I don't know that they believed that that's what's going to happen, but they pinned their ears back on the defensive line and just broke through our offensive line and made it hurt for that. They're going to let the clock continue to run. And let's see that. And if you notice, Jack, the play clock is not operating again. So the Tigers keeping their clock. He's pointing at the back of Judge and asking for a time, and they're going to probably let it run down and call a timeout and talk about what they want to do on this 4th and 8 play.
I think you're exactly right as we're down at 2:47. And we've seen Harris County with some quick strike capability. Let's take 60 seconds back to the station. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston physicians are on the sidelines providing immediate care to athletes after an injury. Houston physicians have been on the sidelines of football games since Dr. Houston started the tradition 60 years ago with the Auburn Tigers. The Houston Sports Medicine Team provides high school pre-participation physicals, sideline coverage, and Saturday morning injury clinics at the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital during football season. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation care can be a game changer too. Contact the LaGrange Houston Clinic at 706-884-3274.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Graphics is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Graphics at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek's for all your sporting good needs.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Tigers will punt the ball away. No fair catch is called. He catches at the 25-yard line, and we hit him hard there.
It's hard to know what Jarrell Smith, former Troup High Tiger, was thinking, as it was a short, high punt. Plenty of time for the Troup Tigers to get under coverage, and he didn't wave it off. He caught it and immediately was nailed by about 6 Tigers. Harris County will take over 1st and 10 on their 25-yard line with 2 minutes and 36 seconds left. Your Troup Tigers leading 27, Harris 26, only by 6 points, as Coach Glisson sees something he does not like and quickly calls a timeout.
2:36 left to go in this contest. In regulation, 27-21. Let's take another 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Precision Auto Body started after Eddie Bartlett painted his first bike when he was a kid. And after a lot of schooling and training, now Precision Auto Body is one of the premier body shops in Georgia and Alabama.
Hey, I'm Eddie Bartlett. Come see us today down at Precision Auto Body right here in LaGrange, Georgia.
So if you need your car or truck brought back to original specs, bring your pride and joy to the staff of Precision Auto Body, and they'll take care of the rest. Precision Auto Body, 101 Service Park Lane in LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as both teams break from their sidelines, make their way back to the middle of the field. And a big series here. Tigers missed an extra point. It was blocked. 27-21 is your score. That looms big right now as the defense needs a big stop. And we've seen a quick strike capability on the part of Harris County as their quarterback going to back of the pass. And right now they're going for it all down the far side, up and out of bounds on the far side. Did they make the catch?
He did not make the catch.
Okay.
Incomplete. You know, they've been picking on Jace Godwin now. He's a junior starter. He's probably one of the better defensive corners we've got. They've been picking on Sir Morgan. So, and I'm telling you, the kid out here at number 5, wideout, I'm 6 foot. He's at least 3 inches taller than I am, and looks like Morgan stands at about 5'9", maybe. So he's definitely got the height advantage on him.
Tigers showing blitz. Quarterback going to keep it going around the left side. Gets to the corner. Brought down after a gain of only 2. Clock continues to tick as he's in bounds.
Excellent job by Jeremiah Holston. It was all Jeremiah. He hit him in the backfield. Kind of didn't realize he hit him. He hit him with his left shoulder and realized quarterback still had the football. So Holston grabbed his jersey and was able to keep him at about a yard gain. Just excellent job because everybody was blitzing that time. Good job by Holston.
Tigers backing off just a little bit this time. Corey, actually, they come in on a screen pass, throws it to the far side. Up the field goes Harris County. Got to wrangle him in as he gets across the 50, brought down across the 45 to the 43, and that little screen pass to the outside fools us again.
That will stop the clock, only to move the change because he didn't get out of bounds. So what that'll do, as soon as they set the clock, or set the change, minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Troup 26, Harris 21.
Clock's ticking again, minute 44. Here they come. There's a snap, a little bit low. Good rush. Throws an air ball again, way up there. Falls incomplete. There's not a receiver in the vicinity.
Again, he's so used to that. It's a 2-step, maybe a 1-step from the shotgun, and he just rears back and throws it and expects his kids to run underneath it. And both the wideouts ran about 4 yards to stop and look back as if it was supposed to be just a little hook pattern. Definitely miscommunication, but we'll take it. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Tigers up 27-21, only 6-point difference, so the Troup Tigers have to hold the Harris County Tigers.
Here they come. Quarterback rolls to this near side, throws. Complete at the 30, and he goes out of bounds, actually short of the 30, he goes out of bounds. That'll be first down yardage.
Mark him out at the 31-yard line. He drove him off the corner. We were starting with some tight coverage there at the first of the series, and we've kind of backed off and loosened up our coverage just enough for him to take about 8 yards down, take a nice little catch, make a first down out of it for Harris County.
Minute 25. Quarterback Corey will take it, roll to his left, looking, throws it quick.
Almost intercepted by the Tigers, Jack.
Falls incomplete on the far side. Jarrell Smith was the intended receiver.
Wow, you had, looks like Mark Anthony Dixon, Jabraylon Gooden all over the area. The ball it wasn't even tipped. He looked back, he threw it, and a couple of Tigers almost picked that off. You could hear the fans, Jack, just ooh like that. So 2nd and 10 for Harris County.
Clock stops after the incomplete pass. Minute 20 left to go. 27-21 is your score. Everybody's getting their money's worth out of this ball game tonight.
Don't you know it? All right. Hey, this will be the Tigers' 3rd and last timeout with a minute 20 left, Jack.
Let's go ahead and take a break. 30 seconds back at the station. You're listening to Eagle Sports.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit ffc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back. Boy, things are getting tense here at the ball game.
Speaking of getting tense, I've got folks on the radio saying they can't leave the position. My wife's studying for her master's. She turned the radio on to listen to what the score was. Now she said, oh, the heck with it. I'll study later. I got to listen. I just can't get away from it. And you're right. There's every Troup Tiger fan is standing up right now.
Minute 20 left to go. The quarterback, Corey, takes the snap, turns, hands the ball to a tailback, Richardson, who's hit hard and driven back, but he'll get across the 30. Time continues to tick unless Harris County calls a timeout.
I tell you what, he hit him. He came across the line of scrimmage, got about the 28-yard line, and A.J. Tucker met him, and Harris County is going to call their first timeout of the second half as the Troup Tigers are out of timeout. But A.J. Tucker, the freshman, man, did he waylay him, and he got about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for Harris County, enough for them to call timeout and think about this with 1:11 left.
We'll keep it here, as again they did call the timeout.
Are things supposed to be this exciting, the 3rd ball game of the year?
They sure are in this one, that's for sure. It's been a big, quick ball game, Greg. We've seen a few more passes in this drive by Harris County, but it's been mostly on the ground for both teams. They've churned up a lot of clock.
You know, I was talking to Coach Schweitzer, Bob Schweitzer, our AD and former coach here at Troup High, and he's saying, you know, Harris County's a well-coached ball club. They got some good talent. And you could definitely see the difference in this Harris County team this year than the one that we played last year down in Hamilton.
They have not gotten down on themselves at all. Clark tries to throw the ball. He's going to have to run, throws it down towards the end zone, has a man who catches it down at the 7-yard line.
They're wide out number 4. There is a flag on the play.
Oh, my goodness.
And let's hope it's holding against Harris County.
Looking at the white hat. Illegal man downfield. That'll still come back.
Thank you, Jack. That's a saving grace because I'm telling you, number 4, we talked about him earlier. I don't know his name. Maybe you got the roster up there, but
I do.
Man, is he good. Him and the tailback number 1. Well, he just broke away from his blocking assignment, broke out. He picked the ball up about the 8-yard line and fell down on it. He was like on the 6-yard line.
Yeah, Talik Williams is that young man's name.
So give him credit. I'm sure the kid that's been called for holding feels terrible right now.
Actually, it's a legal man downfield.
A man downfield. Well, I'm sure that those linemen that were downfield feel bad. 1:04 left in this game. That's going to bring the ball back to the 34-yard line, 3rd and 12 for Harris County. Still, the way they're throwing the ball, Jack, the Troup Tigers they've got to be on their toes. And you got to believe this is 4-down territory. They're not going to do – a field goal does them no good, so you're looking at 2 downs for the Harris County Tigers.
They're moving the ball back to the middle of the field instead of on this near hash. Tigers will make some switches, roll a few guys in. Gooden will come in the outside linebacker position on this near side. Harris County will meerkat up. Still adjustments to the ball need to be made. They bring it forward. It was not in the right spot. They brought it forward a little bit more. Now here we go with 1:04. Harris County takes the snap. Back to pass. He's wrapped up in the backfield. Huge sack by the Tigers.
Jordan Adams. Jeremiah Holston, the quarterback, is down. He's slow to get up. I've got Sir Morgan in the backfield. Andy Boykin, man, they were all on him. You couldn't ask for a better time for the Tigers to pin their ears back. 55 seconds left. It looks like Harris County, they're calling a timeout, so they'll be using their last timeout. It shows that they have 2 timeouts left, but I believe they'd already used that second timeout. It just hadn't been off the board. I'll get verification on that with 55 seconds left, and that'll be 4th down and, wow, what, Jack? 28 yards?
Right at 30 yards between the two. My goodness gracious, what a huge time for the defense to come up big.
Thank you.
We cannot get our heads so messed up. We got to keep everything in front of us. This is going to be they're going to throw to the end zone here. It's 4th down, late in the contest. Touchdown, the extra point puts them ahead.
Well, really, they don't need. All they need to do is get down to the 22-yard line for a 1st down. So, I mean, you know, they still got 40 yards. The ball's resting on the about the 42-yard line.
Well, we've seen this quarterback tonight, though, Greg. Loves to throw to a spot. He can pick a corner of the end zone and just heave it up there.
He's certainly got everybody's respect on the Troup County side for sure.
All right, here we go. 4th down, Harris County. Tigers are in a prevent.
Kobe Hudson is back. He's backing up to about the 15-yard line.
Corey throws it down the middle of the field.
Yes!
Intercepted at the 25, up the field to the 30, 35, 40, around the right side. Finally brought down at the 48 on the far side.
Well, Jabraylon Gooden steps in front of number 4. Perfect timing. He intercepts it. He runs it all the way across field. We had a Troup defensive lineman just absolutely, I thought it was a legal hit, and so did the coaches. He waylaid number 75, offensive lineman, and from way back here on about the 4 or 5 yard line, the back judge throws a flag. So, but that's after the change of possession.
Yeah,
so
it's still going to be an interception. It'll still be Tiger ball.
Still be Tiger football.
Woo!
Great job by number 1 senior linebacker Jabraylon Gooden in anticipating that throw. The quarterback really is. He pulled a was it a Tua Tungaloa, whatever to get. He looked to the other side and he threw back this side, and Gooden was sitting there like a cat and mouse game, and he jumped up and intercepted it right in front of the receiver. So excellent defensive stance by the Troup Tigers. Woo, it's not supposed to be this exciting. Third game of the year, Jack.
42 seconds left to go in this contest. They'll back the Tigers all the way up to about the 16, 17-yard line.
That'll move them back to the 17.
But, with no timeouts, we snap the ball, take a knee.
I know that we're the Auburn Network, but I think I got Jacob Fry that wants to holler, "Go Dogs." I can't get him to say it. He'll say it.
Tigers take the snap, take a knee.
Yep. They waited a little bit. Now, they're still showing Harris County with 2 timeouts. I promise you, they should be no timeouts left. Otherwise, why aren't they using them right now? Yeah, you never know. They could call timeout and do a little trick play and kick the football or whatever.
We're down to 22 seconds. Tigers could take a delay a game if they need to.
They've got 11 yards to work with. Wow, what an excellent defensive stance that time. Great anticipation by Jabraylon Gooden as he intercepts that one. Man, you just couldn't ask for a better cat and mouse game on that defensive stance.
That's going to do it. Tigers walking off the field. Woo! That'll be the end of this contest. Wow.
Wow, I'll second that, Jack.
My goodness gracious. Tigers are going to come away with a win here, 27-21. Hard fought by these Troup High School Tigers, and give it up for these Harris County Tigers as they gave Troup High everything they could want tonight. But a couple of mistakes, a bad snap that gives the Tigers, pins the Harris County Tigers back far, and then an interception late in this ball game. Those 2 plays were the difference in the fourth quarter.
You come back in this third quarter, the Tigers came out defensively. They set the tone in the second half. Defensively, man, did they stop them 3 and out. And then offensively, when they punted, Kobe Hudson decided, to pick the ball up, and he gets tackled on the 6. Had he let it go, it could have been dead at the 1. The Tigers ensuing 96-yard, all total run plays, and wore out the clock. Probably 8.5 minutes on the clock, just tore them up.
There were only 2 possessions in the third quarter.
Yeah.
1 for Harris, 1 for Troup.
And then coming into the fourth quarter, the Tigers did the same thing. When they got the possessions back, they methodically marched down the field and got about a 22-yard down the sideline, perfectly executed play. Trey Williams steps in the end zone to set the Tigers leading 27-21. And then all you had to do then was ask your defense to hold Harris County, and they stepped up big time as Harris County had fully intended on taking it all the way to the house.
We're going to take it back to the house and let you listen to 4 of our sponsors as we begin to wrap things up here as the Troup High School Tigers with a big win in their third contest of the year by a score of 27-21. You listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
A Southern tradition since 1945, that's Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House. You can find them at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So when you're ready for lunch, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., come to Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for meat, 2 vegetables, and a bread, dessert, and drink for only $7.29. That's a big lunch for a small price. So when you're ready for a delicious barbecue and only U.S. farm-raised catfish, make your way to 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange for Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for a great meal.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Hi, friends. It's TOWD at Kia LaGrange. The 2020 Kia Sportage LX is here with all new, updated interior and exterior style and comfort on the inside that rivals vehicles twice the price. State-of-the-art technology, lots of power under the hood, and room in the back for luggage, coolers, and the dogs. All this for only $20,990. Come by today and take a look. Take a test drive. Take one home. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. God bless America.
Stop number 111569. See Kia of LaGrange for complete details.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston physicians are on the sidelines providing immediate care to athletes after an injury. Houston physicians have been on the sidelines of football games since Dr. Houston started the tradition 60 years ago with the Auburn Tigers. The Houston Sports Medicine team provides high school pre-participation physicals, sideline coverage, and Saturday morning injury clinics at the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital during football season. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation care can be a game changer too. Contact the LaGrange Houston Clinic at 706-884-3274.
Precision Auto Body started after Eddie Bartlett painted his first bike when he was a kid. And after a lot of schooling and training, now Precision Auto Body is one of the premier body shops in Georgia and Alabama.
Hey, I'm Eddie Bartlett. Come see us today down at Precision Auto Body right here in LaGrange, Georgia.
So if you need your car or truck brought back to original specs, bring your pride and joy to the staff of Precision Auto Body, and they'll take care of the rest. Precision Auto Body, 101 Service Park Lane in LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We'll go down the field, and Greg's got coach.
Wow, what a game, what a tale of two halves. You just told me you made some adjustments at halftime. Tell us about the game, Coach.
Well, first and foremost, hats off to Harris County. They played a heck of a football game. Those guys over there in the white jerseys are very disappointed. And you know what? Because they left it all on the field just like we did. And that was a really good football game. The first half was real sloppy, I think, by both teams. I thought we played much, much better in the second half. And we talked about eliminating the penalties. You got a lot of friendships. There's a lot of sloppiness when people know each other. But I thought we learned something about our team. We're very talented, but we've got some inexperience in some spots, and our older guys willed us to that victory.
Good. I tell you what, you came out in the second half. A lot of people would have let that ball go, but Kobe decided to pick it up. Could have been gone dead on the 1 yard line, but you took off, and a no pass, probably 13 play, tore up the clock, nothing but running the football, and you set the tone for the entire second half.
Yeah, we tried to do a little too much down there. Kobe just kind of got where he wanted to do a little too much, and that's typical. That happens in these type of games. But we came out and we ran the ball real effectively. But the problem when you do that is the clock's going to run too, and it's going to be a tight football game. Right. But we ran the ball extremely well. We did exactly what we said we were going to do at halftime.
Should it be this exciting in the third contest of the year, non-region? Wow.
We're going to take everybody's best shot. And like I said, hats off to Harris County, very classy bunch, and they played really hard.
Well, hats off to you two and your Troup Tigers, Coach. Congratulations. We'll see you Monday night. You guys join us Monday night at Your Pie Pizza there on Bull Street downtown. It all starts at 7 o'clock. Jack Mormon with LaGrange College. Then Pete Wiggins and Andrew Caraway will come on, and you'll get the Callaway side of things. And then I'll follow up that with Coach Glisson, and you'll get Troup High. We'll talk about tonight's game, and then we'll end the night with LaGrange and Coach Chuck Gibbs and Jack Mormon. But you guys come out to Your Pie Pizza Monday night. Talk to Coach Glisson. We'll have a lot of fans out there. We encourage you guys to come out. Let's rock the house. And, wow, what a great second half and good character for these teams to come back and win this ball game. Like you said, the seniors willed them to this victory, Jack. It is
a whole weekend of great football, Greg. As tonight the Tigers come away with a 27-21 victory. But tomorrow night you've got the Callaway Cavaliers coming here playing at Callaway Stadium. And then you've got the LaGrange High School Grangers playing on Saturday afternoon. So 3 different days this weekend, 3 different ball games. So looking forward to that. We're going to close things down from here as the Troup High School Tigers have won this game. Any last thoughts, Greg?
I tell you what, it shouldn't be this exciting, the third ball game of the year. But like Coach said, man, Harris County, they brought it. They put everything on the field tonight, and they left everything on the field. And you can't ask anything better. That's a playoff team right there. You watch Harris County, they're going to get better and better, and it's going to make us look better throughout the year. So congratulations to both teams, but certainly to the Troup High Tigers and pulling out that second half for sure.
Proud of the guys. Again, don't forget